Welcome. This is it's a special stream from Talking Stations, specifically to do with a really courageous and well-loved pilot called Chappy. It's his birthday today. Unfortunately, he's got a lot of health issues, so essentially, this is potentially going to be his last birthday that he could celebrate in Eve. So he wants to make it a big one, and we're going to be along for the ride. And just basically checking out the action, giving some cool kind of viewpoints and stuff like that. So that's what's going to happen today. So I'll obviously sort of take some. I'll answer some questions in the chat from the chat as we go along. But essentially, it's going to be a chill stream just to watch a bunch of ships blown in cool full HD. So it's going to be. I hope everybody enjoys the show. This should be a nice firework display. Right now we're just waiting for Chappy to kind of get the ball rolling. He's the man of the hour, as it were. So we're just waiting on him to kind of say when we're. We're just gonna pipe in Ash's stream because Chappy's speaking on at the moment. So see if I can get that in.
Leads me on a lot of my fleet.
The amount of clout.
He's a good friend. Yeah, he's a special guy. He's a good friend. But yes, if you're watching your favorite streamers stream right now, we've got Dex. I know he's out there streaming. We've got CCP. I don't know if y'all are streaming, but hey, we got CCP in the house, so that's all. By all means, thank you. Thank you so much for coming. Y'all are amazing. We love you. Thank you for giving us this game and letting us play it.
Do you want to talk a little bit about what Eve has meant to you and why this is what you wanted to do for your birthday?
Yes, I was about to get to that. I started playing this game a long time ago, back in 2011, 2012-ish, somewhere in there. A good friend of mine that was in the Army with me got me hooked on the game. he was sent back overseas, and he was killed in action. I kept playing Eve. By the way, guys, please, no more private messaging. I'm trying to get everybody in fleet, but it's causing me not to be able to get into my ships. No offense. I appreciate all the messages. I really do. But put them on your streams, and the streamers will get in touch with us. But
Your friend got you into Eve.
Yeah, my friend got me into Eve, and after he passed away, I stayed in, and I got really depressed. And Pandemic Horde was actually my second corporation I was ever involved with. But I've always considered them my first real corporation, and they are my best friends. I love them. Have always loved Horde. Will always love Horde. They helped me through my friend passing away and losing just about all my friends. Unfortunately, I'm the last of us, and we're not going to be around. But because of them, I got to learn about Eve. I got to blow up my very first ship. I made a lot of friends by doing a lot of stupid stuff.
Amen.
Like being in right outside of 7RM and a 3 bill Vindicator in the middle of bubbles, gate camping, and taking on as many fleets as I could with nothing but smart bombs. No shields, no armor. Just a bunch of smart bombs. No, actually, I did have shield and armor. I ended up having officer mods, matter of fact. That's why it was so expensive ship. But I did nothing but smart bombs. I didn't have any guns. I just had nothing but smart bombs. I was trying to kill people with smart bombs. And they taught me, yeah, you can't do that. Which, they found out I could because I had several kills that night. And I made a name for myself in Horde from that. Got to do Chaptoberfest. Got to do a bunch of cool stuff. Used to do the Eve, or the actual Horde news during GME Standing Fleet. The guys would make me stop what I was doing every hour on the hour and do that stupid crap. It was great. I loved them. And then I moved on to Darkness. Got to go into Darkness and several other groups. And every group I went to, they were just absolutely the most welcoming, caring, considerate, helpful group of guys. And I have played lots of games, but none that was as caring and as grateful and as kind as you guys and Eve. And literally, I've played several big games, both console and PC. Was big on WoW, huge on WoW, and I gave it up for Eve. And by any means, I will stand to my last breath and say, Eve is the greatest game on earth. It has the greatest group of people. They will give you the shirts off their back while also stealing their shirts back from you. Literally.
No. They'll give you the shirt.
Yeah. We don't have a bad bone in our body. We will give you whatever you need to have fun, but by God, we're going to kill you and take it right back. And that's the story of Eve, though. Eve is a game. It's a game, almost a way of life. It's a hard knocks game. Don't get out of a station if you don't want to lose what you're in. Point blank, because every time you get out of a station, I guarantee you at some time you're going to lose whatever you're in. And I learned that lesson very hard. I've lost billions of ISK, both the hard way and the easy way. I've gave away a lot, earned a lot, and I've done it all because I had somebody teaching me, whether it's Astrathi, Gobbins, Satan, Satan Alcoholic from Horde back in the day, or Alcoholic Satan was his name. Guitar Man from Horde, Doc from Darkness. All you guys, y'all will all always be in my heart, and because of you, you made this game amazing. And because of CCP, they gave us a means to be amazing. So really, it's just as much on them that we're this way as it is anybody. They don't make us follow rules. They don't make us have to do anything. Everything in this game we do because we want to. We run the stations. We build what's in here. We set the tone for almost everything in this game. And they let us do it. And because of that, it shows how amazingly wonderful we can be. I mean, when Australia had the big fires and stuff, how much money was raised for them firefighters to help people. I mean, things like that is just absolutely amazing. That people get together and do this kind of thing. Even tonight, I mean, how many people we got in our fleet right now?
200.
200 people just in one fleet. Y'all do realize we're going to be tie-dyeing everywhere we go.
That's not including the other
Just
70 jet dogs next to us.
we're not even in the state. We're not even in the main staging area.
And the fireworks have started.
So I would like to say thank you to everybody. I'm going to quit talking. Y'all are made Eve great. I love Eve. I love y'all. I want y'all to keep it great. If y'all want to make donations and y'all want to help somebody out, please don't do it for me. Don't give me anything. Find you somebody that's new in this game. Buy them a ship. Tell them to go out and have fun. If you see an alpha character that's struggling, buy them enough plex to omega their account. Show them what it's like to be an omega. Get them in there. Offer them to take them on fleets. Go out and show them, and let's expand Eve. Show them what Eve can be about. I mean, guys, we build our own ships. I love the industry program.
Chappy, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Chappy, this is Apollo over at Dead Minds Podcast. I just want to tell you that this is the first time that I've ever heard of you. And what I've learned of you in the last hour or so, I have to tell you that you are the living embodiment of the words, rule the day and don't let it rule you.
Yeah.
Have a great birthday, brother.
Thank you.
Amen.
Appreciate it.
Man, shut up.
Yeah, well said.
Just before we get rolling, we should all sing him happy birthday. Everybody pick a note, everybody pick a tempo.
Oh, jeez.
Have Manic lead this out.
Alright.
This might get messy, but fun.
Are we doing this?
Sound amazing.
That was
That
People wonder why no one uses this
was so good.
By the way, that was breaking up in my ears as well. That's exactly how I heard it.
Talent.
You know, when Chappy...
Alright,
I think
guys,
the tie-dye
have to
battles, the Discord.
There was definitely something beautiful about it.
Roll, boys.
Alright, guys, alright,
I
guys.
have to honestly say, hold up real quick.
Yep,
I want to
yep,
say
yep.
one last thing. I have to honestly say, even though that was interesting,
That's terrible.
thank you. I'm actually, my eyes are watering. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Love you, buddy.
I love
Before-
all
We
y'all.
love you, man.
Before we start flying, there's a rather nice little pile of jackdaws down there.
Oh yeah, they
There
friendly.
you go. Now
They coming along?
Now, yeah, they're coming along.
They're here.
Friendly-ish.
They're here to kill the Sino.
It's a shitload of people we need to invite. Someone need to get on it. I'll move myself too.
Well, no, I mean we just invite like one or two of their
they're
guys, and
coming,
each of
let's
them
welcome
can start
them.
inviting more people.
Right.
Yeah, this is Uriel. I'm landing on the gate into Pemene right now.
Okay,
I should be able to drop on top of you before you head out, I think.
let me make a couple more squads. Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm starting to lag a little bit in potato mode. Jesus.
You know what I didn't think? Oh, I've hit squad limit. All right, well that's good to know.
Yikes.
Never mind.
about,
Wing
Wing,
1
yes.
can have its own squads. Done.
Boom.
Does it change it if you make more wings?
Yeah, I can just keep doing it then.
Limited to the total number of people in the fleet.
Yeah, 256, right?
Correct.
That's
Get ready for
amazing.
50 more.
Yeah, we're almost there.
I think
can
with
make more
that jackdaw, I think with that jackdaw fleet, we're there.
Don't forget to cut your safeties down to red, lads.
Okay, guys. Well, essentially, what we're doing at the moment is we're just waiting for the fleet to kind of get on its Then we'll break off on
yellow is
break
a
off
solid
from
idea.
Ash's streamcom and you know marvel in the beauty of this game.
PvP time. You're good.
Awesome. You're doing fine.
This is my second. We are about to leave soon, so I just want everybody to take one last opportunity, open up your character sheet, verify that your clone is blank. If you want to get insurance, get insurance. There is a clone bay in Star Chaser. It should be free. If not free, close to free.
It's 100K.
That's not bad. That's like 30
Hey, then a
seconds
full
of
pod.
being online.
Somebody has to pay for the fuel.
You're saying I shouldn't have my full Genolution set?
No, you should absolutely have your full Genolution set.
Alright, good. I'm good to go, Ash. Thanks,
Awesome.
man.
Great.
They promised no smart bombs, so it's good.
No insurance. We die like men.
Every time I make a Genolution pod die, I make more money.
Good evening, guys. Can I ask a quick question?
Go.
I have a little group. We're late, but we would like to join you. Can we do this?
Sure. I'd recommend at this point figure out your own way to the destination system, unless you're right near Pemene.
We are already in position. We just need a fleet invite.
Okay.
Give me a name.
I'm in Tunadin.
I just spoke in Malmoro's public corp channel in game. The name is Minus Dronus.
Got it.
Cool. Let me just leave my current fleet, bro. And then if you chuck me in a squad, I'll sort it out.
I have a friend named Minus Tronus in Rome.
I'm not in Rome, sir. I'm Australian, but could be.
I love Eve.
Just what we need, more Australians in this chat.
Yes, Ash, you will be leading fleet. I'm about to post in system or in well, you know the destination, but I need to post where we're going to stop at due to we need to sign in my April.
The Sino's with the fleet, by the way. I got that squared away, and yeah.
Just
hey, look, another Zappy boy.
You got the
if you need me to maneuver the fleet to somewhere else, I need you to give me the desto and then.
Okay, fleet's now full. Just so you know.
About to.
Fleet is full. We gotta go.
We hit limit.
Fleet is full.
Ash, if you set destination lowest route, it's the first lowest like system that we hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
FC Messigate is clear.
What is the destination?
Well, with this size of...
Align to Messygate, align to Messabir, align Messabir, align Messabir. Please ask, like, incidental questions in chat, in fleet chat now. Unless you have a message to me or from me or something like that, or you are another squad command of some kind, please keep the comms clear. Alright, let us do this. Why can't...
Quick question. Are we going the shortest route, or how are we doing this one so I can make sure my destos...
Yep, shorter.
Shortest route
9
should
jumps.
be 9 jumps.
Thank you, sir.
Warping fleet.
Okay, guys, we're probably going to be dropping Ash's comms here and just following the
your fleet appears full,
checking
so
out
we
some
will
cool
see you on the
stuff.
field. Good luck.
Some cool.
See you there, good sir.
If you want to, you're more than welcome to stay in comms. Apparently,
I feel sorry. I feel sorry for whoever.
Okay, let's get following this. Okay, guys, I'm gonna unmute the guys on our channel so we can have a bit of conversation going on as well. This might be a little bit abrupt, but we'll see. Hey, you guys are on air, by the way. I'm speaking on the show right now. So we have Dirk with us, Fonzui with us, and Meryl with us. Fonzui, you're actually in the same corp as him, right? Or are you still in the same corp, or you used to be in the same corp? Nice. So, like, do you want to give a bit of a brief introduction about him, kind of thing? Like what do you? Yeah, do. Okay, sorry. There we go. Now you should be able.
Oh my God, we're not just
so starting over again in 3, 2, 1.
So I am in. I have a number of characters in the Convocation of Empyreans Alliance, which the largest corporation in there is Malevolent Monroe Industries, otherwise known as Malro, and that's where Chappy has his characters. So I always make sure to have a little chat with him when he hangs out in voice most days. So I definitely would like to share a little bit with the audience about him, especially today. He is an extremely giving person. He's one of the kindest people that you will ever come across. Very easygoing, jovial. You'd never expect the kind of stuff that the guy has been through. He has military experience. He went overseas and fought. He lost a lot of friends in the military. And obviously you can tell the kind of wisdom that is gained from that kind of loss. He brings it to all of his friends. He really epitomizes the Eve community. Just there to have a good time and be friends. He doesn't hold anything against anybody. Just anything that anybody needs, there he is. This is someone who does not deserve what has happened to him at all. So I'm very, very happy to see the response that he's gotten. And it really gives me a little bit of faith in humanity when I don't have a whole lot. I think this is a time when a lot of people have lost some faith in humanity. So this is very nice and very good. He's here he is dying, and he's still giving back.
Eve players always have this way of being able to show better than humanity when they so choose to.
Yeah, when the chips are down and it really comes down to it, he knows what's important, and this is a perfect example. There's a lot more to say, but I don't want to tell his story for him or share something that he wouldn't necessarily share. I just wanted people to get a feel for the kind of person that he is. Know who it is that we're celebrating today.
And by the way, whose fleet are we following here? Is this Ashtarathi's led fleet?
I believe it is actually Ashtaroth. Ashtarothi is. I don't think he's. I'm not sure whether he's leading it or not, but he's.
Well, he was the one. He was the one at least. Yeah, he was the one at least coordinating travel plans and shit like that. Apparently, based on the stream I originally walked into, which was following Ashtarothi talking about a line.
Yeah.
I see you have on screen right now Razorian from Eve Scout Signal Cartel.
Yeah, the official photographer is here.
Yeah, that's fantastic. He's a really, really great guy, and he's obviously in Signal Cartel, which is the other corporation that I have a character in. They definitely took the opportunity to be there. They have no guns. They have fireworks, and they will be there, and they will be firing those hugs all over the place the entire time.
Razorian?
I actually met Razorian actually at Eve London. He's a cool dude. He was there as the official photographer as well. Well, I don't. Maybe not official, but he was definitely there as an exceptional photographer for the event.
Can we say how old is Chappy? Like, I don't know. I'm looking at the forum post. I don't know. I don't know. Did he?
Yeah, he's going to be around mid-30s, give or take.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh,
and
yeah,
that's why I was asking, because I did not see that in there, so therefore I didn't react in the same way. It's like,
yeah, this is not someone who he's compressed a lifetime of experience and tragedy into a very, very short amount of time, and we are losing him entirely too soon.
how many, like, from your recollection, and again, I don't want you to tell his story. I want you to tell the story that you kind of know through having interacted with him and things like that. But how long has he battled this?
You know, this is something that he kept very private. He's generally a very open person, but the first I heard personally that this was in his past, because this is not the first bout that he has had. I found out about a week ago that this was happening. He just came in one day and just like let it out. He was like, "Hey guys, you know, y'all should know, it's pancreatic cancer at stage 4 and it's back."
Heads up, we have a CCP golem here.
Hey, Matter, are you there?
Oh, there's Sledgehammer.
You know, I told you I was going to be a few minutes because I was going to change my, T-shirt and whatnot, because like I was wearing a completely irrelevant T-shirt and whatnot, and I just wanted to like make it somehow Eve related or whatever. It's it doesn't even matter now because I'm so glad I'm not in camp.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dirk. This is sad stuff. It's the bitterest and the sweetest thing.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's both, because we got all these players out here, coming around on short notice.
Yes, very short notice. It's hard not to get choked up about it. It's there's a lot of happiness here too, and we'll get to that. But yeah, it's probably fine that you're in bunker wear because we'll be off camera. But and I like that touch, Dirk, that you're like, I'm going to wear something that's a little more Eve related, which reminds me of how appropriate you get when you
when I'm not inappropriate. Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
When you need to put yourself in front of an audience.
These are the things that I have like tried to help promote for years, these types of events and things. This came up on such short notice that it was like really hard, other than a tweet or like, it is really hard to like do on this kind of short notice.
It's really hard. Yeah.
like the forum post is what, yesterday? Like, okay, completely in between anything that I'm involved with on Eve Media or anything like that. And it's like, these are the kinds of things that, like, you know what, you give me just give me a Friday to just tell me it's going to be tomorrow on Saturday or something. And it's like, I'll be all over that. I'll like spend half an hour on this. We'll throw shots back. We'll do all kinds of stuff talking about how like we want people to be there and whatnot. But like this is short notice.
And it's a testament to, I think, people's understanding of the importance of the moment, that everybody dropped what they were doing and is coming to participate in this, that can, and other people are watching it on multiple channels. No, that's great.
Hopefully the stream isn't too choppy for you.
No, it looks good. Yeah.
Now,
so
did he normally do kind of a birthday bash sort of fleet, more locally or something like that? And
he's done stuff like this before, but like it really needed to happen this time.
What was his role in Melrose?
He was just a member. That's the thing. He didn't have any specific responsibilities, but he was and yet was always giving to people.
Yeah, this reminds me of an article that I wrote a few years back that just busted me up writing it. It was a tough write. It was the most grueling writing experience because I was writing about a court mate that was diagnosed with cancer that had to leave the game, and he was saying his goodbye message and thanking everybody for spending time with him, but he was going to save the rest of his energy for his fight, and he was going away. And I looked and I was like, oh, this is the one guy in my corp that I let into my own personal corp so that I could teach him how to do industry. And I had like, this is my own personal corp. I had nobody in that corp, but I wanted to actually be a tutor to him. So I was teaching him how to do that. And I was giving him some stuff to practice and all this other stuff. And it turns out like 6 months later, after he disappeared for a while, that he was signing off to say goodbye. And I just thought, God, why didn't I spend more time with him? Why didn't I stop everything else I was doing and just help this guy build stuff and give him all the resources he needed and spend some time with him? And that's what the article is about. And it's really it was like an incredible amount of tragedy, and I felt like I had one job, and that was to bring that guy into the to tutor him, and I failed it, and I felt like a total failure to it.
Can't feel like that though. You can't feel like that. If you don't know, you can't feel like that. You know what I mean? And for most people out there, I don't think that they're gonna like be stringing you along about like, the problem. Like honestly, if I had shit going on, I wouldn't even tell you Matt at all until it was like too fucking late. It's like,
oh no, don't do that.
No, I'm just saying I wouldn't though. Like like because most people, it's like that's not how they think. It's like I'm not looking for any kind of. I don't want my story to be told before whenever. It's like we do have a lot of players in this game though, who they do want to sign off. And as much as I hate it at times, I'm glad they said something to somebody.
Yeah, because well, then we know, and then we maybe have a moment to celebrate like this. And there are people that may go away quietly, or people that go away suddenly, which is also really devastating. Because we're connected through this game, but the game it's a virtual connection. You're still connected. So when any of these characters' names go silent or stop, there's a loss there. You're registering. There's a loss there. That spirit behind that character is no longer there. Even when they quit, you always have the hope. Like, well, I always feel great for people that quit because they're getting on with their life great. But there's always a chance they could come back and you could see them again and that sort of thing. But when you start getting later in life, those opportunities start to get less and less.
I mean, I do like what we're seeing here. What we're seeing here is much more of a celebration of this individual and, ultimately what they're about to go through than just finding out, guess what? So-and-so from this organization passed away. And so like, here is something you can actually do while the person can feel it.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, in a way, he's sharing his tragedy in a way that he's giving us an opportunity to like pass on some joy to him, and that's like a gift, given. Sometimes one of the nicest things you can do for a friend is reach out to them and ask for help. He gives them an opportunity to show how much.
Apparently, they're jumping into a system that is a low-sec identifiable system, and whoever like camera we're watching here, which is probably McLeod, having his I'm scared to go into low-sec, let that shit pop up on me, like pop up.
I'd have you know.
I'll have you know. It's only one of my alts. It's not the real me.
Well, of course, man.
How's our audio? Can you guys hear us?
Oh, they can hear us, yeah.
Okay.
All of a sudden, McLeod is like, they could totally hear us now. They couldn't hear us before, but like,
yeah,
I've got it turned on here right now.
my monitoring was
We're
a little
pouring out
bit
our
kind of
art.
screwed up like last time, but now it's solid, dude. So
Oh, because we're pouring out a lot of emotion here.
Exactly, and you know what? I just want to say this up front. If I joke here in a little bit, or like I just did there about McLeod and the pop-up notice or the audio or whatnot, it's because you know what? Look, I got to have some balance in life.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll just be crying on screen, and therefore, you should actually have me on camera right now because I'll just bawl my fucking eyes out. It's like I am a soft motherfucker.
I don't want to see all that makeup running down your eye, mascara everywhere.
I really am, dude. I get freaking teary-eyed about like all kinds of stuff, and this is definitely one of them things.
Yeah, you are a sensitive guy. You're.
I know I need to be more sensitive for others, but like externally, not just internally, but whatever.
No, you have a good sense of justice.
I don't know about that, but I will cry. I'll be honest. People have heard me cry.
Yeah, it's
it's a beautifully colored Drake fleet that we're just seeing on stream right now.
You know what, Matterall? One of the questions that we were asking before, because we're I don't want to say it's semi-detached, but what was that space glitter that was going on earlier? It wasn't the fireworks that somebody fired off at some gate or something like that. It looked like just a bunch of space glitter being left in the air. Is that one of the new skins, or is that something else?
I'm fairly certain that was one of the new fireworks, or a very very rare firework.
Because it looked like a fleet that was firing off together, but it sprinkle pixie dust and shit in the air at the same time.
Sounds like a firework, but okay. I'm looking at.
I'm glad it was a firework and it wasn't just a new warp animation that I hadn't caught on to. But honestly, now that we bring it up, pixie dust warp animation would be cool.
So here is, I posted in chat here, the article I wrote is called Nagasaki Bump. That was his name.
I remember that.
So it's Nagasaki Bump and the origin of Matterall. So I described the origin of Matterall, but it's done in a way to really talk about Nagasaki Bump. And that was written a while ago while I was at A&N. Tough read. One of my...
We have hostiles on grid, or are these just reds? Reds don't shoot, or... Again, we're on delayed mode here, so except for Cloud there.
I saw Naglfar.
So we have a Nag on grid, and we have a Rorqual on grid.
I believe that Rorqual might belong to Bjorn B. So he's going to have a battle Rorqual.
It indeed is. It is Bjorn B, of course.
Can we talk about the strength of the Rorqual? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Has it been nerfed into the ground?
Has it been nerfed enough? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we need to go back and God, it's such beautiful. McLeod doing such beautiful camera work on this. Just
it really is.
Look at that. Yeah. It's that 3D mouse. Look at the Naglfar.
Is that what he's got now? Does he have a 3D mouse now? Where he's just able to twirl and shit?
Oh yeah, he's doing ice skating for us with this. Look at that. No, it's great. It's this is a little bit CBS though,
I don't know. What do you mean?
They're
what do you mean by
stars,
CBS?
right?
Canadian broadcasting system, or
no, like sports on the networks where they have all this flashy, glitzy stuff.
No, these are just EVE Online fireworks. EVE Online fireworks are just normal, dude.
Is that the pixie?
Look at how it's lighting up that Nag, though.
Oh, I know. It's amazing.
And that crazy Rorqual up there. It's like, whatever, Rorqual.
Looks like a waffle from here.
that Nidhogger up above it there. It's like, hold on, I'm losing, because I'm only watching on a 2D screen. He's got a 3D mouse.
Yeah, man, can you share your screen on this channel? Or will that tank your machine?
That might tank my machine.
Okay.
It might not
Don't
tank
worry.
my machine, but it'll tank my upload.
Here's the
never
question. Here's the question. Do people come to something like this and shoot fireworks shooters? Because honestly, that's kind of cheap, right? It's like, it's kind of lame. I'm just wondering. I'm just
the fireworks.
Yeah, who are shooting the fireworks? Who are just out there to make the screen look pretty and do the celebration kind of a thing? Or is Eve more about just shoot a bunch of people?
I honestly don't know what the behavior is. Like, are you letting people know you're a target by shooting fireworks off? I don't know.
An easy target, right?
An easy target. We'll fight back, yeah. Although one of the cool memories I had in Eve was I was parking into Dixie early in my career, and I was being attacked, and I thought, that's impossible. I haven't done anything to anybody, and this is high sec. Why am I getting shaken? Camera shaken.
Did you also, after falling before or after falling for the jump freighter scam, also fall for the getting shot by fireworks scam?
Yes. God. So
you're way worse than I am.
I flipped out because I thought I was being attacked, but I was like, oh, right, my tank is holding. How is this possible? And it turned out I was being hit by snowballs. So then I thought, years later, I did the same thing. Indo-Dixie, I think. Some guy came out on a ship, and I threw a bunch of snowballs at him. And he totally flipped out and says, why are you shooting me? And I said, oh, I'm just
carried it on.
Yeah, I'm just carrying on a tradition. I'm just shaking you up. You're not being hurt. These are snowballs. Go ahead, throw some. It's a snowball fight. I mean, they melt anyway.
No, not the
Snowballs
ones,
do
right?
-1 thermal damage.
The old ones used to
That's
melt.
hilarious.
The old ones you would lose, and they would melt. But I don't think
the new ones are.
Because I am pretty sure I have got canister after canister of freaking piles of snowballs.
There was only a specific kind of snowball that melted.
Yep.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I had those. They turned into heavy water, and I stuck them in a pause.
No, I think they just turned into melted snowballs. I don't think they turned into heavy water.
I'm just kidding. They didn't turn into heavy water.
You thought they were snowballs with a rock in the middle of them? See,
I thought that was a nice.
You grew up in Southern California. You didn't even grow up where I did, where we actually put rocks in snowballs and threw them at buses.
Oh no!
Man, that's messed up, dude.
It's taking it to another level there. Like
we were young though.
I didn't.
We were young. We were young.
I didn't see snow until I was like 30 years old.
It'd be kind of funny. I'd have loved to have been there to see your reaction at the.
Yeah, the snow thing. What is this white magic?
Yeah, what is this stuff? And what? You can pack a rock into the middle of it and throw it at a bus?
Well,
is this white powder that the Americans always seem to be talking about all the time?
Dude, I was such a radical when I was like 11 years old.
How many people are in system, by the way?
There's 150 at the moment, but it's probably going to increase.
Yeah, I think you have a Horde fleet participating in this. You have, I think a lot of groups are sending some people. Dirk, you do have a little bit of riot in you, a little bit of.
Dude, I've always got to hold myself back because honestly, I can get out there and riot in a whole bunch of different ways. And honestly, I just don't want to find the way that really gets me to actually riot because I'm really worried about that day.
Might like it too much?
No, because it means it probably all went fucking down. None of this game plan y'all are watching right now. It's like, I just got to sit back and be like, nope, I'm going to popcorn the shit out of this until the last possible minute.
Oh, what are we looking at, McLeod? This is. Are you in the destination system already?
Not quite. I think we're one off the destination system, but this is just a Drake fleet. I think it's an NCPL Drake fleet. I'm not entirely certain.
Are they gate camping?
I don't think so.
Or are they just read on your overview, McLeod?
Have you? They probably are. Like, you have to color them something.
Yeah. So it looks. Mr. Embry is saying Fraternity is forming a fleet as well. That's good to know.
Like, is there firing on this fleet that is going in there? Like, are you able to maintain fleet control of, like, look, don't fire on them. They're not going to fire on us. They're fine.
I think it's going okay, though.
Joe Bain, thanks.
Joe Bain with a raid. Thank you so much.
Hey, Dirk, you're natural at this.
Dude, I learned how to read Twitch chat way before you youngins did.
Yeah.
I used to have to read Eve radio chat, and that moved a lot faster.
Oh, yeah. What was Eve Radio like in the day? Back when you were...
Horrendous, and, like, nobody should ever remember what it was like back in the day. It was back when people thought that nobody would remember what anybody ever said on Eve Radio, but, like, still.
Yeah, I heard something that it was not recorded, so if you didn't catch it live, it just wasn't.
Yeah, but some of us were dumb enough to podcast the recording, so it was like it was like old bulletin boards back in the day. It's like you went from bulletin boards, BBSs, and shit like that to like things like Eve Radio.
That was the man. You're talking a long time ago.
Yeah, it's definitely a long time ago.
Bulletin boards were kind of like what, like first MMOs, kind of.
No, they were the Wild West of chat rooms.
Yeah, and then there was like you're always searching for like one to go into, right? Because they're kind of not hard to find, but they were. I don't know. It was
hard to find the right one. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And then even after that were things like Yahoo message boards and stuff, which was always just like, people just trying to have sex under different guises. I know I'm old people. It's like, some of you people out there won't even know what I'm talking about, or even why I'm talking about this on this show. But you know what? Some things just jog my old man memory.
It's all about like
random
truth.
Yeah, random segues is all.
I remember the sound of a modem, actually. That sound was lovely because it meant you were gonna like bond with the world.
I remember picking up a phone when you used to have to share a phone line with a modem connection.
Oh my god, that was the worst.
That
was the worst.
Just like
because you only had one family phone at the time.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna make a guess as to the fact that they might be in system already. I don't think they came through.
Gladius 88 is like, you're not too old unless you mention AOL and hearing you got mail every time you log on. Forget that, dude. Do you even remember getting the disc in the mail like 3 times a week? The CD and or the disc in the mail 3 times a week when they were in their fight with Prodigy. So what system are we in right now, and how far are we from Desto?
Well, one off Desto, right? Like I'm literally traveling to the Desto gate right now in Desto gate to go into system.
So we're headed to Tunadun and Citadel, which is a low sec system. That's destination. That's where the brawl happened.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I have this really weird feeling that Ashtarothi has taken this entire fleet into a Triglavian system just to destroy it and make sure the Triglavian status goes up.
I'm not gonna lie, I think he did say that somewhere at the start of the stream.
Wow, so you already have tie-dye. Look at that.
Yeah, it actually, like, warping with the UI off actually looks really beautiful, like in tie-dye.
Eve is
I
a
can
nice looking game, dude. It is a nice looking game.
Can hear the aria. Here comes the ice cream. Oh, it's a planet. No, it's a gas planet. Well, Dirk, I got to admit, I was kind of a square, and I opted for CompuServe, which just gave you a serial number. So what's that?
See, there you go. Yeah.
So there might be a few people in
I
this.
forgot about CompuServe.
Here we go. Look at this.
There's 1,045 people in this.
Nice.
Oh, that's good.
Oh shit! And it's been reinforced, so it's like no. I don't know if there's fighting going on or not, but there is no tie-dye in this system.
Can you imagine if this is the biggest fight of the new war, the war that we're not going to name yet? War.
The war shall not be named.
The war that shall not be named until some of you people do something about it.
Yeah. Just imagine, like, the battle for the title of the war is done. Let's go home.
Yeah, exactly. How did that war go down? Well, they named it, and then, like, that name stuck, and therefore the war was over.
Yes, the propaganda war was over. Yeah, it is pretty cool. They reinforced the node. Not a surprise. I imagine they were expecting a lot of people, and I'm really glad that the Eve players are living up to that.
And I really want to thank McLeod for having the in-game local chat up, because, like, it's just flying like crazy.
It's a computer readout.
It's a dangerous thing, but that might come back to bite us.
It's going so fast, nobody can carry it. It doesn't count. You see the big giant brave and shit like that going up and whatnot. So, props to them. Like, that's coming through. Whoever that fat guy's face is, which may be mine, I don't even know. And now it's flying even faster. So now we can't get caught for anything, because it's like, you know what? Nobody can screen cap that.
Yeah, it's a good thing it's moving fast.
Technically, we're not liable for any of the images that occur on the.
Exactly.
Really?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now,
Good, because I just saw something pass by.
So for example,
if we were playing non-royalty free music, then we would get hit. But still.
Yeah. But for example, if you're playing, like, say, any kind of sort of like crazy fantasy game kind of thing, like sometimes they have sex scenes in there. There are people who think that if you show that on stream, then you can get banned because of Twitch rules of nudity and all that kind of stuff. But in actual fact, because it's part of the game, like, it's deemed to be
my immersion.
It's deemed to basically not be the fault of the streamer.
Yeah, that's a river of spam, isn't it?
Just a tiny.
And by the way, I do want to throw this out there. It's like, if we have got some more stories of Chappy, or if we actually have Chappy himself, if he's not, like, already booked into, like, other streamer shows and things like that.
Oh yeah, he's in Ashtarothis. That's kind of the mainstream.
Then I really would, rather than us just sitting here trying to do play, which we're not going to do play-by-play, because, like, only McLeod can do play-by-play right now. But, like, I really would love to hear some more of those. Honestly, come make me cry. Come make me be sad.
Not by hitting him.
Come tell a story. I want to hear those stories. Those are the stories that we want to hear. I want to hear why your fleet came out for this. I want to hear why your alliance came out for this. So, you know what? Send me some people on here right now. I don't know, like, tag Matterall. Don't tag me. I probably won't see it. But, like, tag Matterall.
Okay.
In Talking in Stations chat, and let's do this. Let's get some freaking stories, because you know what? Those are the things that we want to hear about, right, Matterall? We want to hear about those stories.
Yeah, and they don't exist until you tell them. I mean, that's when they're put down on people's memory or recorded or any of that stuff. Well, we have Fonsway here to begin with, who's a court mate. He can tell us a lot more about Chappy as a person and as a court mate.
Yeah, I shared a little bit earlier. I don't want, like I said, I don't want to tell his story for him. He's really just a great guy who never asks for anything from anybody, but is always giving, and that's really the bottom line about him, frankly.
Who's going to tell his story if not for other people? Do we want to make him tell his story?
For now, while he's still here, let's let him do it.
But your experience. Talk about your story, not his necessarily.
Exactly.
And how you've crossed paths and some of the things that you recall.
He's just a jovial and friendly presence that is always there, despite and like this isn't the only this is not the only tragic thing to have happened to the man. He has seen some shit. He has he went to war. He lost his friends.
Yeah.
He's had other tragedy in his life, and the kind of things that he has seen, they change a person, and they turn you into one of two things. They either make you hate the world and everyone and pass it on, or they make you love everyone and pass it on. And he chose the second choice because it is a choice, and he made the right one. So he's always positive and always friendly and always there to help. And that's the kind of guy he is, not despite of his tragedy, but because of it.
That was the thing right now, Matterall. If you're looking at the screen right now, that thing, what was that?
That was definitely a.
You think that was fireworks? Okay, so that was the tail end of fireworks while a fleet flew off. Okay, fine.
Yeah. I was writing someone, our friend at PC Gamer, just let him know this event was happening in case he's interested in looking in on it.
The Mesner of Steve?
Yeah. Those fireworks do look cool. They're kind of like Gandalf fireworks, the dragon.
Steve of the Mesner, first of his name.
Well, hold on. I want to know this, though. While all this shit's like warping off and whatnot, why is our camera so late to warp off? Is he not following FC directions or like...
Slacker.
He is always the last one to warp. And I know he's trying to get camera shots and whatnot, but like, honestly, dude, like when they say, align warp, like get your line on. Just to look pro.
So if anyone out there is like, knows where the action is going or going to be taking place, like, that kind of information would be really. I'm literally just, being lowly scout with no information, trying to follow us right now.
When you say scout,
you're in system.
I am in the right system, so
You guys just bouncing safes right now, or like?
I don't know.
And by the way, it's not a scout if you warp last.
Hey,
Yeah, you're not the scout.
I'm in a scepter. If I warp last,
You're a talking in station scout.
Yeah, you're the Gomer Pyle of scout.
You're a talking in station scout, which is just there to get the picture and then also be able to warp. You're a combat reporter.
You wear your hat backwards. Come on. I do like the way you warp, though.
But does he warp differently than other people warp? Other than late?
He warps alone, which I like. You know what's annoying? When you would warp and the ship would be coming at you, because you warped at the same time and you're in a big enough fleet that somebody's in your warp tunnel with you. It's like a fly coming at you the whole time until finally it merges with you.
Has anybody done a thing of that Godsmack? I warp alone as opposed to I stand alone. I warp alone.
The time dilation is real.
Good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's a good sign. That's what he wanted.
Oh yeah.
Chappy wanted tie dye, and at least we delivered that, right?
Well,
We're getting reports of 112 alliances and 460 corporations in local.
And again, we always have to ask the question: did CCP not have enough forewarning to reinforce the constellation? Or
they're there. No, they put in a battle notification or whatever it is the other day and told CCP where it was going to be going down. So this is running on one of their more powerful nodes right now.
Jesus, come on, CCP.
Well, I mean, unless you have 3 to 7 years to develop an entire new server backend, this is going to be how it is.
What is tie-dye at right now?
Tie-dye is at 16%, so we're not brick-walled yet, but we're close.
We're pretty damn close for something that's just not that big at the moment, right?
Yeah.
It's 2,000 in local.
That's awesome.
Pull in your drones, people. We all know drones are the problem, so pull in your drones.
Yeah, frankly, this should have been a no drone, no missile.
Exactly.
I'll tell you the truth. I had negotiated with Gobbins for safe passage for my Titan because I was going to surprise drop it on him and I was going to destroy his Nidhogger. And then I thought, that's 8 jumps and I don't have any Sino ults, so I can't make it. But I was willing to sacrifice it for this. I shouldn't say that, right? Because I didn't, and that's terrible. But
and by the way, Deer Hunter Zod is asking. I'm sorry, it wasn't Deer Hunter Zod. Dan X1. Whatever. I just mispronounced that. Like Matterall mispronounces
yes,
Monday.
You. Welcome to the club.
Okay, but how can you tell what tie-dye is at? Up in the top left of most. Not on this screen right here because he's got it set for graphics, but up in the top left of your general kind of overlay will be a little round circle that you can hover over and it'll tell you what the tie-dye is at.
Yes, it's a little red. It's a little circle and it goes yellow to red to deep red.
To black screen to you can't log in anymore.
Yeah, to black screen. Yeah.
To your HUD doesn't work anymore. To you can't fire anything.
Dude, there was one time I was in a pitch battle, NC dot, and it was in a Drake. I think it was in a Drake. And I warped to a planet to save myself because the Logi wasn't getting to me fast enough. And I was demolished. All my bars were red. I arrive at the planet and nothing worked. I couldn't even propel the ship. I couldn't I don't think I could undock. Nothing would work on.
We all have old school stories of pre tie-dye and even post tie-dye and whatnot. I don't know if we can get into those because while they're still funny, they're just old men talking.
What I'm saying is, I think there is a state of destruction where you're not actually destroyed, but you're paralyzed, and I think I hit that. Somebody else should confirm that because I thought it was. I think it's
dude. I was dead in one system. Sino jumped to another one and then exploded on entry. So I don't want to hear it.
That's talented.
I found Harbin.
Oh, wow! Tie-dye's at 27:31. Okay, good. Now. You're warping around. What are you doing? Chasing something?
I'm looking. I was
chasing
looking
a high?
Where the fleet was.
Adrenaline.
The part a good chunk of the fleet walked off to a location that I wasn't entirely certain where.
I have this idea that Astarothi is just bouncing safes because something is out there hunting him, and he knows it.
Yeah, he's got a target on his back.
Yeah, exactly.
Put a bounty. So stay with me, guys.
I literally had a moment there because the carries locked me up and I was actually able to hit me for something. If he'd have actually locked me and pointed me, I'd have been screwed.
Well, Rastafarius out in chat is saying it's happening. So I'm not sure exactly what it is, but maybe it's happening.
Status equals it's, essentially.
Equals it's, exactly.
Where it's happening, I'm not entirely certain, but we'll get there, and we'll once we get there, we'll show the cool shit. Trying to figure out where. That's what I'm doing right now.
Hi, Lynch. Welcome to the channel.
They're apparently they're sounding the horde horn for Chappy, as Luna is saying out there. Luna is up.
If people know the location inside of Tunadon, like as to where it's kicking, that'd be really awesome. I think it's going to be going
Planet 5 Moon 4. Shh. No, I don't even know that. I just said that. I'm just...
Wabbits.
Do people even fight at planets and moons anymore? Citadel number 112.
Well, they're at what gate is this?
Apparently it's somewhere near the sun.
It's Tunadon.
Tunadon, yeah. Tunadon, the Citadel.
Are they 1v1ing it at the sun? Is that actually what's gonna happen?
Don't know, but apparently it's... Hold on, people are saying definitely at the sun.
The sun?
That'll be a...
100. Yeah, it's definitely...
See, now they got that song in my head. Warp to the sun.
Black hole sun.
Oh, beautiful camera work.
Hold on. Dude, is that an interceptor you're in? Because it's establishing warp vector really slow.
It's tie-dyed up.
Faster than anything else.
It's a scepter. It's a less than 2 second alignment.
Let me guess.
Can you get some CCP like non-tie-dye sort of camera work going on here?
Is that an official TIS malediction?
Malediction. Malediction.
Well,
you word wrecker.
It's like a home wrecker,
So
but
this
a word wrecker.
this is my usual fit for my malediction for scan. Oh, this is a good place to do. So
The only thing that makes me more unhappy than when Matterall like mispronounces a word is when I mispronounce a word and then have to say, but at least it's not like Matterall.
I'm glad I could supply that lower standard for you.
It's so good, dude. It's so good. Because like, you know what? That's the only thing you got in me is like your level of mispronunciation. I slur, you completely mispronunciate.
Unparalleled. Okay. You found it. Has anything happened? I see dead people. Or are they just neutral?
No, they're dead people. That's
Can
definitely
you
dead
change overview to big ships or like?
Let's just make sure that I don't die first.
Yeah, we don't want you to die because that like.
You attach a cloak to that ship.
This is like that night, and I'm trying to remember where that.
Matterall, this is not my first rodeo.
When that big fight was going to go down, what the hell was it? When the NCPL / ELO Night Fleet got locked down in that system down there, and then there was going to be a fight the next night, and we had Drayden down there like setting up bookmarks and stuff like that, and the dude still ended up dying.
I'll tell you what though, like what was it, that fight down south with PLNC and Test on the
Oh, we got our first
free Gig X.
Yeah, free Gig X from Congal.
I'm not gonna make that my first shot, but like you know what? I would have done one.
I think
haven't
that's
done a shot yet. Like whatever.
I'm starting to feel like it might happen. Freeing Gig X. I don't know. It's just a feeling. Like it wouldn't at this point. Wouldn't surprise me.
Not right now. Not right now. While this unnamed war is about ready to kick off, but maybe sometime in the future. Because you know what? A lot of these other countries out there, including Iceland, have this whole thing about like, look, you can't just life sentence somebody.
That's right. But I think they might do it in the middle of this. if there's a lot of stuff going on, maybe.
Not in the middle of this. You mean like in the middle of that other thing?
That war that has not been named.
That war that should not have been named and is not named yet.
It's not named, right? It's not World War B2. It's not World War B. What were some of the names you were hearing?
I was just hearing this World War B2 crap, and it's like, I'm sorry, would you please just stop the fucking propaganda? It's like we've been doing this shit since 2016, right, Matterall, with this whole freaking like naming crap, and it's like, you know who names shit? The victors and the historians, not the spin masters. The spin masters don't get to name it.
Oh, I like that. Electric Boogaloo, Lula. Good one. I'm not too old. I'm not too young to understand that reference. Well, it's
then again, you also can't say Boogaloo right now because, like, you know, it's like, relax.
Oh yeah, definitely. Get us smuggled.
Sometimes people just steal words that you can't use anymore, but still.
So let's see, who was it that was saying?
By the way, can I also go back to 2016 really quick?
Yeah,
that wasn't a war. That was a war crime. So you can't name a war crime as a war.
Listen, we should go into story time mode.
No, we shouldn't. No, we shouldn't, because you know what? We're here right now. Yeah. We're here right now for this, and we only have to be able to have asides, and then come back.
You're right. We have to focus on what we're here for.
We gotta let a free gig X happen. We make a joke about it, and then roll back around again. Come back to what we're seeing here on screen.
Yeah.
Because right now McLeod is out there. He's like, look, dude, I'm trying to bounce. Look at all these solar flares that are out here. I gotta avoid this shit.
Yeah, we'll pick up the Gig X story some other time. Is that so? His are they defending his nag? Is that what's that big spike out there?
Yeah, whose nag is that? By the way,
it looks like the Eye of Sauron.
I really do not know whose nag it is.
We need to find out whose nag that is. Can we get a reporter on scene?
I do know that Chappy said that he was going to be sacrificing capitals in this fight, so it could well be an alt of his. And I think that
is that a Chappy nag?
That might be a Chappy nag. I think the roll call there is.
What are those going by the lower part of the screen? Are those hurricanes? Are those really close-up hurricanes?
Don't they look like Star Destroyers?
They look like Star Destroyers right from the side, but I think that's just the angle we're at.
And that looks like the Eye of Sauron, doesn't it?
Okay, so Ranger of Hell is saying Chappy is April Ericer in the NID.
All right.
Wow. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Number one, we all know that hurricanes look cool as fuck anyways.
Yeah.
Songs written about them.
But when they're flying right past your windshield, apparently.
I mean,
or
I think anything's
just super zoomed in.
I think anything's going to look really good in this backdrop because Jesus Christ.
Actually,
look at that sun. Look at that sun. And it's not even an Astarothi, look, my world is crashing down on all of you kind of sun.
Astarothi special. By the way, everyone should know that Astarothi is streaming right now. We were originally going to just rehost him, but we decided to put on some great visuals for you guys. So we're doing an alternate viewing. But if you want to go over to Astaroth's channel and hear some of the fleet comms, you can do that.
But honestly, Astarothi is just over there yelling at people who don't know how to fly in fleets. It's completely ugly. Right now, he sounds like Grath Telkin. You wouldn't even know it was Astarothi.
And it's over 500 people, 545 on that channel that I can see so far.
Speaking of, I'm going to do one of those asides I was talking about, but then bring it right back to the Chappy fight here. Have you heard about how like a bunch of TV is not happening right now because they weren't able to film it, and HGTV, you know, is doing kind of like streams of comedians making jokes of their streams or shows of comedians making jokes of their shows. That's kind of what this is. We're not actually listening to FCs actually giving commands. And this is just people watching it from the outside being like, yo, what's up? Look at that. Oh, look, it's a goddamn Rorqual. Can you believe that?
Reaction video of their own stuff.
Yeah,
That's
I like
think,
that.
I think if it survived, that is Beyond B's Rockall.
Yeah, Battle of Rorqual.
Why has nobody killed Bjorn B? Bjorn B, like, kill his Rorqual for the love of God. At least kill a Rorqual.
Kill it now. You will kill it. Oh. I can't tell who's attacking who, but I don't think it matters. It's just a lot of lights.
I mean, I know that the stream is a little choppy right now, but
tied out.
Would it be possible to set somebody as purple and somebody as red?
No, we want graphics, dude.
No, this is all about graphics. This isn't about who wins.
This is about the beauty. This is not about the old school way of watching Eve where it was just brackets and colors. This is about watching the beauty of the game play out and a ship explode.
This is the Chappy brawl.
Beauty is overrated. Sorry.
You see a potato masher out there.
Potato masher.
One of those soup blenders.
Those praxis.
Yeah, definitely. That's a protein.
I don't know that.
I see a second ag on field. I didn't see a second ag on field before. I may have been missing it, but like I see a second ag on field right now. Is this a different fleet or is this like right next to apparently Chappy?
This is right next to Chappy. This is there was a second nag apparently. It just took its time to get onto.
Oh, okay, all right. So like we weren't actually seeing it. On Nidhogger. What? Somebody dropped a nid in behind that.
There's a Nidhogger there.
I'm seeing a wall of two nags. Oh, wait, hold on.
How many do we have in local? Somebody.
Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. No, I did see the nag come in before. Okay, yeah. I didn't know it was right next to them. Well, somebody's saying, is that an Edencom ship? But like, honestly, I don't know if they're just trying to make you look. Although, what's that green skin down there?
I think that is an Edencom ship. That's a lot of.
Is that a Hyperion with a like badass like green fronted skin or something?
Looks like it's mint chocolate dipped.
Lizard Boy down there. Who the hell's Lizard Boy? Click on Lizard Boy. Find out who that is.
Get him in my office.
Bring him in. I want to know who you are, Lizard Boy. It's got like a fisheye on the front of it. What is it? What's on the front of his ship? And by the way, we are delayed except for McLeod. It's like we are delayed, so when he zooms in, it's like we don't know yet. Oh, never mind. Is that like a Glenty Federation kind of thing?
So that skin is you're seeing color issues. That is actually blue, not green. That's the biosecurity responder skin.
What the hell, McLeod? Can you get your color issues registered right?
It's because the sun's so.
Or is it my own monitor?
The sun. That makes.
Can you move to the other side of the sun and get your colors right?
Yellow on blue. What are we looking at? Oh,
you're asking for the impossible there.
How many do we have in local right now?
I mean, there was 1,500 when I jumped. There was 1,000.
What's that in the background?
It's probably 1,500.
What's that in the background? What's that fleet going on in the background?
That fleet in the background is, I think that is a bunch of hurricanes in actual. But we're watching a Megathron or a Megathron hull of some form dying. It's just taking its time.
In.
I'm waiting for this Megathron to die because it's going to look beautiful.
Oh, but I want to see it up close.
Just wait,
it's all on fire, isn't it?
Wait for it. Do you remember back before we had flames on ships and shit?
I went full screen. I couldn't wait for it. Kind of looks like a weird Neapolitan ice cream bar.
It almost looks like a ship that's going to explode with missiles flying in the background, but it's not.
I'm sure.
It's just Eve's graphics are badass now.
Love that comment, by the way, Matt. Looks like a Neapolitan ice cream bar.
Be hungry.
And it's gone.
Oof. That was a big explosion. Yeah.
There was a time when I was a kid when we fought wars where we didn't even look at the explosions. We just knew they happened.
Yeah, they were in our brains.
Oh, you guys see that? Like you're going to see it now. There's one of the Edencom kind of weapons effects kind of going on into that.
These are blue dipped skins on these.
Hold on, by the way, can you click on it? Who's the anchor out there? Because you know that fleet is anchored up like motherfucker.
Give me a second. Yeah, well,
can't we just kill the hurricane anchor and like see what happens with the rest of that fleet?
They fly into the sun.
It's
just as a test, just to like figure out what would happen.
Right.
Are monitors getting used a lot?
What?
Isn't that the name? Isn't that the name of the FC command
It
ship?
is, yeah, depends on the fleet, but yeah, they do. Usually 1 or 2 per fleet on either side. I mean, yeah, it does look like a school of fish, a school of minnows. It's quite beautiful, this game. Oh yeah, somebody's chewing up some hurricanes. All right. So what was that? 2000 in system. Wow, that's fantastic. This is good. I think he's got to be pretty happy seeing this many fellow players.
By the way, you'll see this in a second, but there's an absolute fucking fluke that I just skimmed this Naglfar that you'll see. I don't know how.
Yeah, precision.
That wasn't precision. That was fluke. I couldn't.
Very good. No, you got to
Even
claim
when-
it. I mean, whether you did on purpose or not, you got to claim it.
Yeah, it's like you're. I'm normally bad, but this worked out. There's the other one. Nice. I do so like go to Hyperion. Unfortunately, it never really got the reputation it should have, right?
Well,
It's
the
supposed to be
Hyperion has a local reps bonus, so that bonus is kind of wasted in fleet fights.
Yeah, I think it was a good PvE ship for a while. It was kind of.
It's a good PvE ship right now.
Oh, okay.
It changed over time. It used to be one of those ships where it was like, back. Do you remember back when brawling happened in Eve?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good brawler. It's a very strong brawler.
Yeah.
Nobody brawls anymore.
That being said, I just heard my daughter outside my office, like talking on her phone. I'm like, McGurk Jr., who are you talking to? Or I'm like, where are you? Like, because I thought she was out in the like man cave outside my office, and she's like, I'm upstairs. I go, then who are you talking to? I'm like, she's like, mommy, and I'm like, where's mommy? She's like, up on the second floor. I'm like, why am I hearing that? Anyways, this is how loud kids talk on the phone. It's ridiculous. It's not like a Dirk talking loud on a Friday night or something like that. It's just like they talk their own level of loud.
I think
Not
probably
like
they gotta get up and up.
Are you sure that's kids or maybe just a Dirk kid?
I think it might be the McGurk family. Like honestly, it's like we all talk a little loud, at times. But then she was actually talking on FaceTime to somebody else, and I made her like show my green screen and like the fact that I had like a setup here and whatnot, and like we were streaming this thing that had like 1,500 people involved. He's like, "Oh, what game?" And I'm like, "It's EVE Online." He's like, "Oh, I know that game." I go, "No, you don't, dude. You're under 30."
That's the way you know it.
I'm like, "Don't tell me you know this game. You're under 30. Relax."
I know my niece was going out with this.
I know
kid.
Fortnite, but you don't know EVE Online.
My niece was going out with this kid. She's in college, so he's a college kid. And he's like, yeah, I play an MMO. It's called Arcade, not Arcade. It was something Rune Runner or whatever.
RuneScape?
And I was like,
RuneScape.
RuneScape, yeah.
He said he played that
He goes,
too. And I'm like, I don't believe you on that either, but like, whatever.
That's a safe one. But he's like, I heard you play MMOs too. And I was like, yeah, I play EVE Online. He goes, oh, that's a daddy's game.
Oh, nice. Dad bods game. Dad bods, and 4% of Karens.
That's a dad's game. I was like, well, yeah, as a matter of fact.
It's true.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it is.
And you know what?
That's why
we don't even give a shit anymore. You know what? We're sitting there going, yeah, please, let us just grow up for the next, like, however long we all have in this world. Like, me, like, I don't know, like 18 years or something. Like, I'm putting a figure on it. But, like, it's like, just let us fucking play this game without you guys, like, destroying it through, I don't know, our ships dancing at the end of a fight.
Well, that's what I say now when anybody asks me in the adult world, like, you play video games? I'm like, no, I play a dad's game. It's not the same thing.
I play a world simulator, motherfucker. How about that?
Yeah.
Dad, you got time for that? You got time for that? No, you don't. It's like, go play your goddamn Far Cry or whatever.
Go Destiny yourself. It's nothing.
First time I heard that used as a verb.
EVE Online privilege.
I Eve. Oh yeah, but it's like, it's like Minecraft, but for intellectuals.
Wow, I'm trying to work that through my brain right now because everything I've seen from Minecraft over the years, like you actually have to use some thought in that. Like even though I would never try because it's just like whatever, you building block that thing all you want to, but like there is a whole lot of thought in that. So like I'd have to work that through to like make it make sense. But
well, Minecraft.
By the way, what are we seeing out there? Jump in. Is that a phoenix on top of a Naglfar?
You are correct.
Is that what's coming through right now? And by the way, I just hit XL Torp Specialization 5 today.
Oh my God.
And I have never flown a Phoenix doing anything other than shuttling it for somebody else who like wasn't around so that I had to shuttle it for them.
It is time. Get in that sucker.
Yeah, now you can actually fly one.
Yeah,
dude, I can fly. I apparently can fly the hell out of it because I am like all fives in a goddamn Phoenix right now, and I have never flown one other than for like making it escape from the drone regions.
I trained because I was like, I'm going to be a missile guy, so I trained Citadel missiles before I could fly like a cruiser. I had no idea that it took a big ship to use Citadels.
I'm just laughing about when I go off on a tangent like that, and people out in comments are like talking about, oh no, Minecraft doesn't have shit on Eve, but you know what? It's like, look, there's some thought, but like, not spreadsheets.
Yeah, exactly. Seriously, like one of the best moments I saw on Eve was these three guys.
By the way, I want to give a shout out to Smoked You Princess. Oh, I swear to God, Smoked You. It's like, I always see your name as Smoked Up Princess, and I still love it either way.
Isn't that what it's supposed to be?
No, I don't think. I think it's Smoked You Princess, but like, I still love Smoked Up Princess as well.
I think it's Smoked Up Princess.
Yes, smoked up Princess.
Yeah, Matterall got it.
See that doesn't sound right. Smoked up Princess. No,
you're. Yeah,
Matterall just matteralled it. That's all that happened.
Right.
Those are entertaining. You know that?
Bitch it up again. It's like that's just what we do. Hold on. By the way, what's going on? What's going on right now with that Phoenix?
It's getting rained on.
Resist. But
that's its shields lighting up over and over.
Yeah.
What we're seeing is a ship dying very, very, very fast in tie-dye.
But the Naglfars down there are not. Did somebody see a Caldari dreadnought come in and all of a sudden they're like, light it up?
It's got the ego skin, which is the only skin.
Are you saying that
like
Phoenixes
red edging
don't have skins?
Sorry, Matter?
The red outlining.
Yeah, so it's the ego skin is like that all black with the red lighting strips that turn blue and warp.
Matterall and I used to love to call it the thriller skin or the oh shit, what was that other dude that wore the red and black? The Huey Lewis in the News skin. By the way, I want to direct everybody's attention to that sun. Look at that goddamn sun on the side there.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Do you remember when that would have just been a ball of like what?
Light rays.
Just yeah.
Like it would just been like what, like rosé? Because no, this is probably like a different color. It would have been like rosé or something over there. Just like a ball of nothing but a circle.
Well, and the thing was, the size of the sun was so tiny. Like,
no, it wasn't tiny if you actually rolled up on it, Matterall. It's like, this fight's happening at the sun.
I went into sun, I think, to hide my ship one time.
Yep.
Because I think you could actually do that.
You could bookmark right in the over.
You could warp to it and yet still sub-warp closer to it.
So we have,
and then there were times when you would warp to
it
and end up in it.
When you guys see it soon, there is. I'm not sure whether it's a. I think it's just a regular Tempest, or it might be a Varg, but it's spinning up its micro jump drive right now, so it's doing that. It's got a whole load of like distortion effects, which look really cool.
I see it. Yeah, but that's a Varga then, is it?
I think so. It's got the square sails. Is it the square sails for the?
I'm showing my undockedness when I try to talk about ships.
Dude, I can't talk about ships either. It's like usually the shapes. It's like I am absolutely impressed with myself. I called that one a Hyperion before.
The Varger's got the round sails.
That's because it's old school.
Because it's old, but still, not like anybody flew a Hyperion back when that was happening either.
That's true.
So what you're looking at is a Tempest or a Tempest Fleet issue.
I'll go with TFI, please.
Or if someone is particularly crazy, a Tempest Tribal issue.
Is it a tribal issue? Or is that
no, that's a ship. The Tempest Tribal issue is a ship, but I don't know how many of them exist.
One of those.
I think if it was a tribal issue, it would probably be firing. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing about a micro jump drive, Dirk.
Where did it go, dude?
That's exactly how micro jump drives work. I can tell you where it went.
Did it teleport to an alternate dimension? What the fuck happened there?
No, it went 100 kilometers away.
I get that. I'm like,
I'm joking.
But before I sound stupider than what I am. Wow, what even happened there?
I thought you were trying to quote like Top Gun or something.
What was that? Was that the skin that made it do that?
Yeah, you get really, really good skins that makes your ship do really cool things.
Yeah, this is hell of a party. We're throwing a birthday bash for Chappy. This is a lot of people showing up for him. This might be one of his last fleets. He's got to go deal with health in real life. We're all here to celebrate him and celebrate, everybody else in Eve. That's
you kind of downplayed that, though. I'm not gonna lie. He's got to go deal with health in real life. It's like I've got to deal with health in real life. Some other players have to deal with health in real life, but like,
I think what Matt
Chappy
was saying
called
is
this. Chappy called this.
Okay.
Yeah.
To celebrate Chappy's life.
Yep.
On his birthday.
Because he loves ship blowing up.
He's facing mortality. Thank you, princess. Or smoked up princess, like whichever.
I think he agreed with
smoked up princessy. Swear to God, every time, like no matter how many times, I always look at her. I saw her in real life, and I think I said smoked up princess or something. It's like the P's never match.
I like smoked up.
I know, smoked up is fine.
And with my eyesight,
honestly, she needs an alt that is smoked up princess, right?
Yeah, well, it looks to me because I'm reading it in small type.
If your name is that unclear, it's your own fault.
Why do you think I named my name how I named it instead of the original normal spelling of McLeod?
Exactly, right? Thank you, Luna. It's like we're just catching these.
Oh, you mean like MACLEOD?
MCLEOD.
Yeah. That would no one would ever get that right.
Yeah, exactly. That would be like McLeod. What's the?
No, dude, I would have totally gotten that right. However, Matterall would have messed that up, and then I'd have come in and been like, "No, it's McLeod. It's McLeod, you fat bastard."
All right, it's G Sizzle, right?
By the way,
oh god, I hate that one. I like that.
Oh my god, G Sizzle. No, not G Sizzle. G Shizzle.
Oh
yeah,
he had the H in there.
That was the worst. Name. That was the worst naming decision I ever made. I was like, but this thing is like.
By the way, if anybody out there, hold on, just real quick, if anybody has like a comms into the Chappy man, and we can get him in and be like, yo, look, Chappy, what are you seeing out there right now? Just like give us a 30-second kind of, what's going on,
Again, he is.
Because right now we're watching this thing that is not Chappy. Like I know Chappy's down there. I know Chappy's down there in the nag and shit. But like, just come and tell us. It's like, what are you looking at? Is anybody shooting you right now, Chappy?
Well, look, Chappy was on our show this morning, and we had a long talk with him, and he described this situation and things that he's seen before, and what he was hoping to see today, and we're delivering because this is what he wanted. But he's actually in Ashtarothi's fleet on Ashtarothi's channel. I think you can probably hear his voice there and get that reaction.
To some degree, like we had him on the show like earlier on today. He's been on Ashtar. He's in Ashtarothi's fleet. He did a bit of a speech and a bit of a talk like before they undocked and started traveling. I did hook into that, so we had that at the start of the actual show as well. Like at this point, I'm like, you know what? Just let him enjoy, this, and let him enjoy, his all the explosions and all the craziness. As far as I'm concerned,
we'll enjoy the beauty and.
I put some pictures of what the Convocation of Empyreans Discord channel with the people in it looks like right now. I put it in the on-air text. I put it on my vertical monitor, and it took 3 pages of scrolling to get everybody. So I don't think that anybody's going to get a hold of anybody right now.
What is that? It looked like smoke. Well, the idea anyway is, we're showing some beautiful visuals. I don't think Ashtarothi's capable of that because he's running the fleet, so he's gonna have a more appropriate look to his stream. But we're here to talk over each other, to kill dead air because we don't like dead air, and show you some great visuals, which is what we decided to do. It's our way of contributing to Chappy's birthday, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But I keep plugging Ashtarothi's stream so that that's where you can hear from Chappy directly. Probably, I don't really know what they're hearing.
Well, I know that Ashtarothi wants a bunch of B-roll footage of this fight, so I'm hoping that we can provide a decent amount of that to.
I think as Anitra has made it onto the field, I can see that on. Out there somewhere.
Thanks for the sub there, Wormack.
Oh, nice. Cheers.
I mean, the fight graphics are beautiful. You know, it's like as long as the videographer. Do you call them videographers now? Like, well, like what are they called now? It's like as long as they can like hold up when the fight is going on, they really like their graphics have just gotten so amazing.
Well, it's what keeps this game. I did go back and play a 2003 game, and it feels old. The graphics just don't hold up. But EVE Online was smart in that they kept their graphics current. And
you said you went back and played this game. What game was that game?
No, I played a different game. A friend of mine plays SWG on an emulator. No, what do you call it?
Oh, I thought you meant this game. When you said this game, like I assumed you meant this game.
A 2003 game, which was born at the same time this game was. So EVE Online, SWG, born at the same time. SWG didn't progress past 2000 and I want to say 8 or 9.
We went through a period there where like there were even complaints about the graphics and stuff like that. But what we have seen in what I would say the past 5 years is an expansion of the graphics. Potentially at the expense. I don't want to say the expense of, because I don't believe that if you hire graphics teams, that doesn't mean you didn't hire gameplay teams and things like that. But like we have just seen an expansion of the graphics in this game that have really turned it up to a notch. The discussion was always during those times who zoomed in anyways.
Exactly. Who zoomed in anyways, and who's running it at like fucking max?
We're
graphics
zoomed
with
in
everything?
because we're showing it to you on goddamn Twitch.
Yeah, we're zoomed in showing it on Twitch, but the other thing is we're zoomed in showing it on Twitch at max graphics. I mean, it's not 4K, it's 1080p, but at some point
So you're telling me this is not max graphics?
You cheapo.
Hey.
Jesus. Can we please get some subs? Can we please get some subs to Talking Stations? Maybe some Patreon or something so we can get this shit to 4K?
Patreon so we can upgrade the graphics. We'll get you some of that TIS donation money, McLeod.
It's okay, dude.
Matt Matterall will invite you to the breakfast in Vegas this year. In 2020.
A lot of it's not to do with like graphic like processing power. A lot of it's at the moment for me it's to do with my basically my broadband upload rate at the moment, and I'm fixing that'll be fixed sometime soon. So
do you remember the rubber banding and the lag of MMOs a while ago? It seems to be mostly done with these.
When you say a while ago, like can you be more specific?
2005.
Like, dude, I remember rubber banding. I remember rubber banding in like 2013, 2014.
I remember rubber banding last week.
Oh, there you go.
Exactly. Hold on, wait. Do you guys remember rubber banding last spring? Do you guys remember when comms and chat didn't work the right way? It's like, it's such a vague question to ask.
1 year ago, drifters were attacking nullsec as
Actually, I want to throw this off right now because we've got it coming up this week on Talking. We've got it, not Talking in Stations.
There you go.
Talking in Comms, Drunken Stations, whatever the hell it is. Okay, all right. On Open Comms this week on Friday night, we are doing the 1 year look back of EVE North from last year, and honestly, when you think about it, EVE North last year, that was before chaos and blackout and all that kind of shit ever went down. It's like people came out of that only knowing that Omega Gold had made it onto the CSM.
That's right.
And then all kinds of craziness happened in the ensuing 12 months.
By the way, that Phoenix didn't last, but it blew up spectacularly.
Looks like a giant pancake.
Look at it go.
You're so flattering, especially as a former professional artist.
It's the right word for it. Flattering.
That ring that's exploding out there, like that should at least cause heat damage on like a Kestrel or something.
Right. It should bump all the other ships.
AoE
I know
damage
we've
is
been
bad.
through this. I know we've been through this. I'm just trying to find out what's going to kill a Kestrel.
Gorgeous camera work.
Do you want a fun game, or do you want a proper insane universe simulator? Because I want a fun game.
We want fun with
realistic,
with a dash of physics.
We get what we get.
The thing that I love about this, the thing that I love that we can actually show this is the fact that the guys at CCP were able to get Eve to 64. Because if we were at 60, if we were still at 32-bit, like, I think this would probably have crashed like 3 or 4 times already, if not more. We'd have had to have backups after backups after backups and running at like super, everything off, and it would be looking like ass. But this is looking nice. It may be a bit bad and a bit low in terms of frame rate and stuff, and that isn't really anything to do with the
that's a good thing.
The FPS speed that we're running on the stream. It's actually the simulation is.
Right, because theoretically, if you wanted to play this back as a video later and then speed it up, it'd look freaking amazing.
Oh yeah, dude! Like that's the thing. Like
You
sometimes
could play this and be like, bam, 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 boom. This shit would have been over in like 15 minutes or something.
That's why I'm keeping that's why I'm trying to keep the camera still, so I can run some of this stuff like at plus, like 8 or 10 times the speed, and it'll be normal speed.
Yeah.
Once you get it to there, then it's a nice, smooth, like almost 60 FPS. So it will be. If it's 6 FPS, right, as we're looking at it, you whack that sucker up 10 times, to go from 10% tie to 100% tie to 10%. It doesn't quite work like that. It's somewhere. Right now? Sorry.
What's coming in? Is that coming in on the battle right near the Naglfar, or is that like just really close to your camera?
No, fairly close to the Naglfar. It's a Ferox fleet. Probably Killer Bee.
Come on, Killer. Don't just come in from my man's Naglfar. Now, I do want to ask this about that fleet that just warped in. These people that are warping in late, it's like, do we have names on them? Because they need to be reported for like apparently warping late. Not being aligned.
There's fashionably late, and then there's what you just did there.
I'm not gonna lie.
But there's an Anazir in there.
I'm gonna ask some of you oldies that played this freaking game, okay? Which when you knew you were warping into an on-grid mass fuck battle, did you ever hesitate for a second to make sure that you weren't like primaried first? You did not want to be the first guy that landed that they could lock, right? Like you learned that after what, like 3, 4, 5 big battles?
I made sure to delay my jump. I was like,
and that's not to be a douche. That's about being Eve strategic.
Let the young guys go first.
Jump, everybody jump. I'm going to chill for just 1 second. Wait for it. Jump.
All right. 4 or 5 guys have gone. I'll go now.
Exactly. Brisk was talking some crap today. I'm sitting there going, dude, you're like freaking celebrity tanked. I don't even want to hear about your shit. It's like, that's how Sort Dragon won the BTAC-R fight.
Yeah, totally.
You knew they'd go after you. Therefore, you were tanked super hard. You had no guns on board.
Right. Command ship for the win, right? Back in the day.
Beautiful, beautiful camera work, McLeod.
Nice. Look at all those wrecks.
Yeah.
What's that compass? What's that thing that looks like a compass?
That's a Praxis.
That crazy Praxis?
Yeah.
Compass.
another Praxis out there?
It's
Those, and by the way, that was not the one that I was saying looked like it was a. What are those things that like mix up soup and shit? Yeah, what was that went by?
It's a claw, I think. Wasn't it?
Yeah, that was super close up of a claw.
Sure. Again, I'm showing my undockedness.
Is that a
raven? Was it the claw or stiletto? Yeah, it's a raven of the.
Oh, yeah. That's a raven, and I don't.
Nobody flies ravens in fleets the way they used to. It's like sad.
Anyone know if Goons and Test are using this as like a pre-battle?
I mean,
it's still growing. What's local like?
I don't think this is a pre-battle, dude. I think this is going to go down as the biggest fight that has happened during the war that has not been named yet. and then if that is true, we're going to call this the Chappy War.
Well, he requested the name World War Chappy.
Did he?
Yes.
Might go that way.
We never know. If this is the most assets lost since apparently the war that has not yet to happen happens.
How about
we're gonna call it the fucking Chappy War?
What about the Good Chap War?
No, we're not gonna call it the Good Chap War because that wouldn't give Chappy his due, nor anybody else involved their due.
That's true.
If it's World War Chappy is happening right here. This is real. We can name it.
So,
this is actually,
dude, if we get on our spin machines right now, we can totally turn this into World War Chappy. We can sit there and say right now, we saw a guy from Goons shoot somebody from the Initiative, and that's how it all kicked off to where then, Initiative started shooting on Goons and Tess got involved and it all went down from here. We can just make it up. Somebody will put it on Reddit and that's how it'll happen.
So apparently there's been about 70 billion that has been exploded so far.
What's it look like?
System.
I don't want to break into UI elements just yet, but I imagine anything between 1,500 and 2,000. Probably
but the two original Naglfars are still alive, right? That one's not exploded. That's just chips around it.
The Nidhogg is dead. I think one of the Naglfar is dead. The other one is the Phoenix is dead.
Okay.
The Phoenix is dead. It might come back to life at some point,
Right. The Phoenix is dead. I see one. What is probably a Naglfar there in the middle of the screen right now, but and again, we're on delay. But on either side of that are also two more Naglfars.
Yeah, I think the one on the left is dead, but the one on the right isn't.
And then, what is that behind the Nag on the right?
Behind the Nag on the right is, I mean, there's a big ass Praxis quite close.
No, behind the. I don't want to refresh my screen, but that's not a rag, is it?
There have been 786 kills in that system in the last hour.
No, never mind. Okay, I see it.
Front. It's
that's in front. It's just graphics. Okay, fine. Yeah. Okay.
There's still 1,700 in
local. Yeah. I'm it was before the freaking top and bottom fins came up from behind the Naglfar. Okay. So the Nag on the left, are you saying that's dead too?
Nag on the left is dead.
You have to
Nag on the right
around.
is because you can see the Nag on the right. You'll see it in a second that it's firing.
Phoenix is up top.
Phoenix is up top, and the thing to
the left. In the middle. What's right in the middle that the Hyperion is kind of cruising into at the moment?
Or just they're cruising in front of it. It's the Naglfar, the alive Naglfar.
So there were three Naglfars came onto the field earlier. There was one, then there was two. So what's that in the middle? What seems to be further back?
That's the one remaining Naglfar that hasn't died yet. So what landed on the field was 2 Naglfars, there's a Nanazu there, there's a Phoenix there that, and there was also a Nidhogger as well, which is the carrier. And that died in a vertical kind of stance, so it kind of looks a bit like a Naglfar.
Oh, dead Nid in the middle, not Nag. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, I was just seeing vertical.
I thought that might have been the case.
Oh, is that a Myrmidon moving around back there?
That or an Eos.
Eos, yeah.
Yeah,
Myrmidon. That freaks me out. Looks like a
seahorse.
Looks like a mummy to me. Yeah.
It really does kind of look like a seahorse. It's like,
oh, I kind of like seahorses, but a mummy. I want to run from mummies.
Noble Dots is saying the Zemitra is off the camera of the middle.
Zenith.
Oh, hey, look! There's an Edencom weapon firing.
Yeah, there's a Zenitra out there. Triglavian Dreadnought.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, I said that earlier.
At some point, are people going to drop some, like, is there just a bomb coming soon?
Well, now I do wish I'd brought in an Erebus to drop on this. Just a splash. Boom.
Dude, you know what you should have brought? You should have, like, dropped a Keepstar on this, but, like, you picked that shit up years ago.
Try to online one.
Dude, you know what you should do? You know what you should do? You should jump freighter into this right now. and then claim it was somebody who lit a Sino that you didn't like know.
Yeah, it's like I got duped to the wrong battle. I was supposed to go somewhere else.
I was supposed to go somewhere else, and like they lit it on me.
Not gonna lie, but like you'll start to see it in a minute. But like there is a fleet of there's a fleet of hurricanes coming in from the top, but like the kind of the reflection of the sun on their, like, on the bottom of their hulls is really fucking cool.
Well, I like all these what do they call the Kaldari battle cruiser there on the right? They look like ants. The
Ferox?
Is it Ferox?
Yeah,
Ferox.
well, the Ferox fleet came in a little earlier.
Yeah, Ferox, yeah.
I mean, I would assume if it was Drake, you would have known that, but like...
Yeah, it's Ferox. I just forgot the name of it. Oh, stuff is blowing up. This is...
And by the way, every time that hurricane fleet comes in, honestly, it glows off of the sun in a way that, like, it looks like just a shower of fucking meteors coming in.
It looks pretty fucking awesome.
Oh, it's nice. That blue light. Wolf. Stuff zipping around everywhere. Of course, in slow motion, but...
Although, why is this Praxis just sitting here? Can somebody please nuke this Praxis from the middle of the screen? It looks like a freaking reticle. I want to aim down it and make sure something gets shot, but like, you know, I can't. Actually, now that I see that other Praxis, I think is getting lit up.
It is getting lit up, yeah. Look what you did.
The other Praxis, however, is getting lit up. And by the way, when you're done with that one, also this Praxis.
I thought you said it looked like a monocle.
It's like, did we have to have a legend on this? Was it no, like on the
in real life, never make
on
your ship a whole reticle on yourself. Exactly. You know what? You want to kill that freaking Praxis? Shoot right in the middle of that reticle.
It's like walking around.
I'm about ready to Fox 2 on that right now.
It's like walking around.
I got good tone.
Fox
1, Maverick's got this.
It's like walking around in a war zone with like a shirt with an actual like reticle on it. It's like no, it's not a good idea.
Beep.
Can't wait
Dude,
to have
can you
battle.
imagine if we had that in this game? When like before you could actually like, well, we do. We've got our own version of, I guess, beep beep beep, but like. Now it's turning. It's turning away. I think it heard me. It's like right now trying to align the hell out.
Embarrassed it.
By the way, somebody get a point. Somebody get a point on that praxis. Point on praxis.
Everybody spread points. Spread points. Spread points.
Spread points on all praxi.
Praxis is theoretical. I'm sorry.
Oof.
Something's going up.
I'm not sure what blew up.
Yeah, it's bright.
Something. That might have been the Zenitra.
No, it's behind you.
Oh, it's behind me. Oh, in that case, that was the Ninazi then. Yeah, it looks like the Ninazi.
Yes. Is that the Galente fax?
Yeah, that's the definitely not OP Galente fact.
Definitely not.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yes. CCP,
fine.
you don't need to look at it. You do
It's
not
fine.
need to look at that. Like that's
There weren't 120 of them out there, so with like stacking bonuses didn't even kick in. It was just like it was fine on its own.
the 20% nerf is fine against it. Yeah.
Oh man, there's a lot of destruction out there.
I'm not gonna say this is like again a really nice star to like have this against.
Oh yeah.
I know after Ralphie would have preferred like a purple star or like whatever the hell that shit is, but like
nah, I think this is perfect, man. When they when we were lining up to figure out what was going where and people were like it's
that,
they're all walking
just real quick and I know, and I'm sorry, Sastai, I know I'm talking over this motherfucker right now, but like honestly, when you look at that other praxis on the left over there, it looks like the Death Star. Its shield is lighting up. It looks like a Death Star in the distance.
Can't figure out the ship. Oh, I figured it out. It's not a ship at all. It's debris.
It's a wreck flying through the middle of the battle.
That's debris.
You can hop, skip, and jump from wreckage to wreckage to wreckage to get from one side of this place to the other.
Here come those little tornadoes, little minnows.
Yeah, see, McNeasy was saying Praxis in the back has his shield going, and you know what? And it looks like a Death Star way out in the distance. Fly down the center, little X-Wing.
Do we know who's in the Hurricanes and who's in the what are they? Feroxes?
Well, that would mean I'd have to turn the UI on, and it would make this look.
No,
so
I'm
much
asking you.
No, just click on one.
I'm asking the audience.
Because you know that. Just click on one, you'll know who they are. It's
just go to
it's not
Ezekiel
like a hodgepodge fleet.
Don't worry
Just
about
go
it.
to Ezekiel, find something that died, and check what the whether it had hurricane.
A bunch of daggers just throwing down through the sky.
Hurricanes are goons. It says here.
By the way, do we have point on this other praxis before it like gets in alignment?
Blinks out.
Praxis Winter.
Plural for praxis is praxi, not praxis is I.
Praxis.
Praxi.
Look at that. Look at those canes, man. Canes are a beautiful goddamn ship.
It's like they took everything cool about the Death, like not the Death Star, like the Star Destroyers from Star Wars, and just turned it up a notch.
Right.
And it's only just come to my. It's only just come to the. Hang on. It's only just come to my come to my attention. I haven't had the Discord bubbles on, so nobody knows who's been speaking. But at the moment, we have Gasseni and Anders in here, Dirk, Elange, Fonzeri, Juvenius is in here, me, myself, McLeod is here, and Matt Ross here, by the way.
When I said timeout, I meant because in the middle of that goddamn beautiful ass hurricane fleet, I did see a Ferox and a Drake. And they were all aligned in the same direction. It wasn't even like they were like part of some others part of the scene. It's like, come on, guys.
The ugly ducklings of the.
Did you mention the
could have it. I wonder if that's.
Did you mention the concurso? I'm sorry. Sorry, McLeod.
Oh no, I'm alright. It's all good. I'm just wondering whether that's Boltec in the Megathron that's at the bottom of the.
Right here. Right at the bottom of our screen right now. Hunt, can you click on it and find out if that's Baltec? That would be cool if it was Baltec. We'd be like, "Yo, what's up, Baltec?"
I mean, we had CCPs in golems like at this event.
Do you guys mention the contest of the screenshot context that they have on Twitter? CCP has like a contest.
Yeah, there's an Eve is Beautiful screenshot contest because of the Clear Vision update. So submit your screenshots. The winner is being chosen live on stream this Friday on CCP TV.
We can't win though because we're like part of Eve Media.
I think the entry time has already elapsed because it was I think it was end of Monday or something like that. So we might be a little bit late. But if you check the if you check the
how much is the Titan worth right now?
Articles and stuff. Sorry.
How much is the Titan worth right now?
Bounce back up to like 60, 65.
Really? It bounced back?
Fully.
No. Just whole, not full.
Fully fit 70, 75, something like that.
Really? Like went that high again?
It bounced back up.
Maybe that's why like we haven't seen one jump in yet, right?
I didn't want to jump 7
just
jumps. Huge mistake not to. Oh, look at that explosion, slow motion.
Dude, that's the sun. Holy shit, everybody get out. That was the sun that just died.
Sun died.
There's a really cool like explosion that happens like literally like center that has like a serious amount of red in it. That look really cool.
I just heard from one of my guys, freaking Anduin Spartan just died. I gotta ask him what he was in.
What's that? Would be interesting to have a system without a sun.
Why would that be interesting? What else would be there?
What? How can it be a system if it doesn't have a sun?
What would be cool is if you had a system
I don't
with
want
dual sun.
Drayden to come on here right now and talk to you about how science works and how like solar systems happen, but like,
do we have a
like
system in Eve
like
that
a
has two
wormhole
suns?
system, like a black hole system?
Black
that
holes?
would be cool.
Wait.
Black hole sun?
Real question. Real stupid question.
And apparently Anduin Spartan was in a Ferox. If I find out he was in a goddamn hurricane fleet when that happened.
What's the
Do
question?
black holes have suns in their systems? The answer is yes.
Sometimes.
But yeah. Sometimes
sometimes
there are black holes that like feed off a sun.
Are you talking real or are you talking Eve wormholes that are called black hole?
Eve wormholes. Because
yes, those are solar systems that have a sun.
Right. They're solar systems. It's just that you can only get to them through wormholes, but they are actual solar systems.
So the solar systems called black hole that's a special wormhole weather And they're called that because there is a black hole nearby. Not in the solar system, but there is a black hole near enough to that solar system that it impacts the way that ships behave in there.
That's essentially a particular type of wormhole, the black hole.
They're shooting the MTU. I think. No. No, they're just shooting a ship there.
Okay, no, he was in a Ferox fleet apparently and died. He was not the guy that I commented on being in a Ferox in that overwhelmingly large hurricane fleet. I just wanted to make sure.
There's 1,700 people in here. You know, a lot of people alarm clock the Europeans. It's 2 a.m. for them when this started, which was, 2 hours ago? So it's 4 a.m. for some of those guys.
You were straight up right now into just past dinner time on the west coast of the U.S.
McLeod has been up all night. He's still up. It's 4 a.m. for him.
McLeod does this on every Monday or Tuesday night.
Hey, that doesn't mean that I haven't been going. That just means I've been going above and beyond for a long time.
That's commitment. It's good for it's a great cause for Chappy.
And you're not even just here like trying to like add some color commentary and shit. Like, you're like out there doing work and effort and stuff.
Well, I guess
you're
putting a
have your
camera
son-
direction.
You know what, Matterall, you gotta like take a little extra Patreon bucks or like whatever it is what you do with your own nudes and like, you know, like just like throw them to him.
Yeah, keeping it classy.
We try to take care of McLeod.
Exactly. McLeod's our master tech here.
Well, when it's a good stream, it's usually McLeod's. But I help lower the bar to make him look even better. I sacrifice that way.
Limbo, right? You have to get under the bar.
I do want us to come back to the reason why we're here, though.
Gotta love the colors of the sun. CCP did a very good job on the flares and everything.
Way to feel the room, Venius. I was kidding because Dirk said we got to talk about why we're here, which is a very somber subject. And then you're like, "This is really beautiful."
We're here to look at awesome stuff blowing up.
That's true. Huvenius was feeling the room. What were we saying, Huvenius?
You know that I was just like looking, and you guys were looks amazing.
Like some of this stuff is going to look really awesome when you speed it. Like if you think it looks awesome right now. I mean, stuff looks great slow motion anyway, but like.
I mean, slow motion. Or
hang on. Yeah, well, this is tie-dye, obviously, but like tie-dye.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to make sure like what we're dealing with here.
Like tie-dye is basically bullet time. Right?
Dude, the mere fact that you said bullet time, there's a whole bunch of EVE players out there that don't even know what bullet time is.
Oh, Max Payne.
Because they did not
Before Max Payne, it was the Matrix.
Well, it was the Matrix.
Well, wasn't it like in video games though? It was Max Payne. In movies, it was the Matrix. But like, they didn't have that shit come out until Max Payne.
Yeah. But I was just thinking to myself, like, you know, the whole kind of, you know, walking away from explosions, like looking like this is the ultimate of this, right? Like there's a freaking huge explosion just off center. It's called a star. And people are walking away slow motion style.
You see a blue explosion every once in a while. Those are kind of rare. They're just random.
Top right on the Corona, what do we have up there? There is a small fleet of Normal.
It looks like those Caldari ships. What are they called?
I think
Are those
actually
the right side?
I think they're actually no. I think they're either.
Look at that panel.
Somebody's calling hard.
Look at that.
Oh,
Look at that Drake. Yeah, that's amazing.
It's Drake time.
Look,
I think those things on the top.
Did you call that Drake in that close to your camera?
No, dude, I've literally been sitting in this camera like
just have it fly by so we can be like, oh, is that a Drake?
It's time to buzz the tower.
Exactly. Drake Ghost Rider calling for a flyby.
Negative
Ghost Rider. The pattern. Fuck that shit. I'm coming right by your camera right now, McLeod. But anyways, top right of the screen, still there, like actually rotating. People are saying those are harbingers?
Yeah, they're harbingers, yeah.
But like, are they or are they MOAs? Like,
no, they're hobbies. They're now basically like coming straight at us. They're
I'm
hobbies.
petitioning to have the Harbinger name changed. I'm petitioning to have the Harbinger name changed because literally no one gets it right.
They're the Thunderbirds of Harbingers right now. They're flying in formation. They've just made a turn right towards or away the camera. I can't tell right now.
Is
Are they going to come right by you?
They're
in formation?
larger. They appear to be larger than they were before, so I think they're coming towards.
I will bet hard money that the next Edencom ship is going to be called Thunderbird.
That would be so fucking cool. Everybody would fly it, except for people who were like, in the Navy.
Faithful to Camaros.
Too similar to Thunderchild, never gonna happen.
You're coming right at us, Chad said. Chad, not Chaz. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to either offend or not offend you.
And the torpedo.
I meant it to be
Nag
neutral.
is still alive. That Nag center screen is still alive.
Because I think that's Chappy.
I hope so.
But on the far right of the screen is that Praxis back?
It's creeping on you. It's creeping on you.
That Praxis.
Just did a peekaboo and said, "Hello, Dirk."
It's like Scooby doing it, like, hello.
What's the Praxis worth? Let me ask.
90 mil, 100 mil, something like that.
I got 1 billion ISK right now if that dies in the next 5 minutes. In the next 2 minutes in tie-dye.
Two of them on screen. So.
1 billion ISK.
It's going to be difficult.
And if you're on the kill mill, you get 1 billion ISK. For killing that bitch, it's like, just knock it out. Please. I'm tired of seeing a reticle on my screen that's not a reticle. Okay, apparently I'm hearing the Harbies are killing it. So guess what? M. Remby, it's like, let me know who's on that. Let me know who's final blow on that.
Those Harbies are actually doing a really cool kind of banking sort of.
It messes up my graphics.
To the right, kind of.
I don't mean my graphics, but I just mean like my line of sight and shit. It's like,
look at that.
Because right now I want to target that part of the sun. Whoa, what just flew in? Is something coming in to scoop up a freaking loot box?
They're gonna do it. That was an Amar transport ship.
Is there a big ass loot box out there that he's trying to get?
Those caracols look like high heels floating in space.
Hold on, wait. What does?
Caracol?
Looks like high heels in space. Well, like, what angle are you looking at that, Matt?
Yeah, look
and
at the
number one.
sun's surface.
Number one, why are you thinking about high heels in space?
Yeah, they shape the calf. What do you want me to say?
Yeah, Dr. Mr. Potato. This is the Chappy fleet still going? This is the Chappy fleet still going. I know, really. Like, maybe Zenuria and Matterall are like, talking about how next year they're going to have a like Zenuria Matterall kind of like co-CSM ticket.
The Megatron is a very amazing looking ship.
It's a beautiful goddamn ship.
It looks like a captain's hat.
There are some ships in this game that honestly, other than some minor graphical tweaks, it's like, please God, don't ever change. And the Mega is like definitely one of them.
It's like a couple of knuckles are gonna hit you, like a guy with
they're gonna punch you right in the mouth, and then like also drive their engines right through your head.
I've got a Rifter on my desk from the collector's edition, right?
Is that? I was literally there thinking to myself, like, what the fuck is that coming in? That looks really crazy. And then I realized, oh, right, the reason why that looks really crazy is because I think an Apocalypse and
in a Praxis,
one of your favorite ships, a Praxis, coming in together. I was like, what the fuck is that?
I know. I just saw somebody out there say another Praxis, and I'm sitting there going, okay, look, I only got a bill on the other one, but we'll find out soon.
Oh, you would never get trolled.
I may freaking up my game. If a whole bunch of Praxises come in here, I may go broke. But like honestly, it depends on how they line up on the sun in this particular visual.
Look at those ships. Look at the bank, the beautiful bank that they did. Look how they're on the lit.
Yeah, it's awesome. God. Like, Dirk, would you pay someone who killed a Praxis if they were flying a Praxis as well?
Shit, I'd pay $5 billion if you were top kill on a Praxis in a Praxis. Hold on. Look, that's got a couple variables in there, but like, look, I think I said what I said.
I just like to point out that the Phoenix is back.
The Phoenix. The Phoenix is not back. That's a different Phoenix.
Shh! Stop breaking my immersion.
Unless he went through the time warp that we like put out there before. The time warp drive.
It's a Phoenix. We're in the middle. We're literally sitting next to like a massive ball of fire.
And now all of a sudden we do have another Phoenix on field that is going to draw attention away from all Praxi.
You got a personal war against Praxi?
They are reporting that
they just annoy me, dude. They just annoy me.
Somebody's reporting that the Phoenix is Chappy.
Is that Chappy and the Phoenix?
No, Chappy's in a different large ship out there that we're not going to allow to die, nor call for it to die. Because that would just be wrong, right? Like,
yeah.
Honestly, though, I'm gonna ask this stupid question. If I sat there and told you, it's like, dude, this shit is like happening to me. It's like really freaking bad. I'm calling a fleet, and you called a fleet. You know, they'd all shoot me first. They'd be like, "Oh my god!"
That's why you got a celebrity tank.
Got a celebrity tank. Chappy is still Chevalier with a bunch of goddamn Leet Fleet numbers. Okay, is sitting there being Chappy's first ship is already gone. This is him. Okay, so that's him coming in now. See, this is exactly why we need some on-field kind of color. We can't just like talk about shit.
Okay, I think the Ashtarothi fleet stream has that covered.
Yeah.
So you know what I want to know?
So Dirk,
is Ashtarothi still alive?
Probably.
Yeah.
Is he really?
I mean, Ashtarothi is like after this is going to basically be getting a whole bunch of B-roll and putting a big thing like multi-angle kind of thing.
So Noble Dots is saying Chappy was the first NID, I believe, and the Phoenix now. Fuck, dude. I want to give you my Torpedo 5 specialization right now, just so you can like launch some shit. Not that XL torpedoes are really all that good. But like,
Torpedo 5 skill.
I know. Can you believe I like actually rolled up XL Torpedo 5? And I can't. And I've never flown one. I've never built one, nor flown one, except for like transit.
Specializes in torpedoing conversations.
I remember one night BC rolled up with a Phoenix on a pod shoot, and I'm sitting there going, "Come on, are you kidding me?"
That Phoenix is taking some punishment.
Why are people shooting Chappy now? If that's Chappy,
this guy's
that's cold, man. That's cold.
See those bars move.
I think he asked people to shoot him.
Why can't we get some reps in there? Get some reps in there, people. Why can't I get a goddamn fleet of Inazus right now to jump the hell in there and rep this motherfucker? I got 10 billion on the fleet of 10 new Zazus jump in. I'll throw $1 billion out for each one just to cover your not what? I'm assuming you guys don't get RMT'd actually.
Yeah, I like that. I like that sentiment. Get some reps on Chappy.
Get some reps on Chappy. Reps on Chappy. Is Ash Tarothi calling reps on Chappy right now? I'm not hearing the other stream.
No, I don't know what he's saying. Let's see.
Oh, he asked to be shot. All right. It's one way to roll.
What's the name of that? The Mimitar one. The battleship looks like a fish, like a sail.
Sail? Yeah, that's the Tempest.
Yeah,
the Tempest.
All right. I undock.
Vertical sails.
Yeah.
Classy.
He wants his Phoenix kill mail signed by everybody.
Oh, I see. That's nice. Everybody shoots it. That's a nice. It's like signing a yearbook.
Dude, they don't even have yearbooks anymore. Relax.
I think Fonsway was talking about this concept of it doesn't exist until it blows up, right?
That's kind of true.
That's when it gets documented.
Yeah, a ship is only immortal once it reaches Z-kill.
Exactly.
So, you want it to have all its kill marks and, its life story in there. Oh, somebody did jump in a Titan, it looks like. I think. Did somebody jump in a Titan?
Does Eve actually have physical kill marks on your ship every time you kill something?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes and no.
Kill marks. Not like
Yes,
you have to be.
When you
have to be on
when
the
you
kill.
get a killing. No, when you get a killing blow on a non-corp mate, non-corvette, then you get a kill mark on that ship. That kill mark is only recorded on the hull until it is destroyed. There is no record of it once it is destroyed. This is a major issue that people talk about. There's no record. It is lost forever. That is why people dock up ships with a lot of kill marks instead of getting them killed and being proud of it.
And then there's other people that sat there and said, I lost a ship with 78 kill marks on it. And it's like, man, that really hurt. But guess what? That guy still had 78, or that individual, that player still had 78 kill marks on that ship.
Do they trade with the ship? I forget.
I think Chappy's
I don't remember.
Phoenix just started to.
Yeah.
Why does everybody target the Phoenix so hard? That's some bullshit.
It's everybody signing his yearbook. He wanted that.
What amazes me is I haven't been decloaked and killed, which is really.
I have to assume you're really super zoomed in, dude.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
And you've been flying backwards and yet are also really zoomed in.
In this case, it's
and you're not as bad as Drayden.
I'm just I've decoupled the camera from my own ship, so.
There've been so many changes over the years, like that has made being able to stream something like this happen. Remember back with smaller grids? Remember back with being like in a fixed position, like, you know, other than just kind of like, you know, moving at subwarp and like shit like that?
Oh man, grid foo was crazy.
I was gonna say there was a manual for grid foo.
Yeah, literal.
I never understood grid foo. I mean, I knew what it could do, but I didn't know how it worked.
Warp 2, warp back, leave something like whatever the hell it was.
It's a whole combination.
Yeah, grids
It's like
expanded and depending on
deep space safes.
Grids basically expanded. Grids basically expanded with the amount of things that were there. So if you like dropped cans and stuff, you could increase. But if you went through a grid boundary and then dropped a can, you could actually reduce a grid, like on the other side, by pressing, by pushing a grid.
You could make a grid into like a jet.
Yeah, you could make grids like really small. It was ridiculous.
Oh, it looks like a Leviathan's in system now. Might be behind you. No, it's actually beyond the Rex, so I think it's to your left.
The Imperium.
I can see it in actual fact.
Hyperion.
It's at the bottom right-hand side.
What I do want to say is what we're seeing on screen right now is a bunch of wrecks. Like, for those of you out there who are thinking these are like little clusters of you know, fleets or anything like that, no, they're not. They're wrecks.
There's a lot of wrecks.
Pretty much everything out there right now in the close ass thing is wreckage, except for maybe that Praxis that I'm seeing right in the bottom center of my screen.
Oh fuck! No, Praxis. That's our logo.
Oh, hello, I can actually see that that Titan. Actually, yeah, it is a Leviathan.
Can someone not rid me of this Praxis?
Hey, I see. That looks like an Aeon. No, that's not an Aeon.
I wish I knew who it was, because honestly, if he lived through this, I would like pay him money too.
No,
you talking bottom
about to intersect the Praxis.
Oh right, okay.
That's
no, he's in between McLeod and the Nag, so
that's my favorite ship in the game, and I'm drawing a blank on its name.
The Praxis?
No, Marian Holler, the smaller one. Somebody help me.
Marian Holler, like, you're not flying an Iteron 5 even by now?
Oh, such.
No, I still never trained Iteron 5.
Honestly, dude, you've been around long enough. You've been around so long that, like, there was only a couple things to actually train for and fly, and they were the entire Iteron class. And then the Anshar, and then the Obelisk, and then the Anshar. It's like, that got you there the quickest to fly in the pretty much biggest without like ridiculous super other trains.
I think I think I didn't like the Obelisk, so I didn't want to train the Iteron.
Did you? Were you one of those guys who like sat there and said, I'm going to train to fly the ships I like to look at, or the ones that were most useful? Because honestly, that's like a thing too.
Yeah. It's like, are you with the blue team or the red team kind of thing?
I don't know what that means, but like,
I did both. What I would do is settle on something.
What just blew up, McLeod?
Characters.
That was Chappy's Phoenix.
Damn, Chappy.
Chappy, get back in there.
Beautiful explosion.
Amazing. Look at that.
Oh, it got Doomsday? Is that a Doomsday?
I don't think it was. I think it was just like an explosion.
Look at the Brutix. Look at the Brutix. It's like in a whole other plane.
By the way, I do want to say I don't see the Praxis right now.
Praxis. It blew up in the explosion of the Phoenix.
Is that a Megathron standing right outside of him, being like, "Yo, I'm right here"?
Okay, so it blew up, not Doomsday.
No,
But
I don't think it was Doomsday. No, it was not Doomsday.
I do want to.
Because honestly, if there was a Titan out in the field right now, all this weaponry would be like pointed at the Titan.
Oh, it is. It is. There is a Titan there, dude. Like, there's a
Is there?
Leviathan. Yeah.
Where?
I'm gonna pan down to it.
Who's piloting it?
I'm just getting Chappy's like fucking explosion in full. Awesome.
Lobodas is saying
stay on that
that was not a
explosion.
DD. I think the DD went to the Trig Dread. Praxis is bottom left, they're saying to me. They're like, what? And you know what? You see those streaks coming up from the, like, you know, kind of like bottom left center kind of like area out there? Okay. I'm gonna call that as a bunch of canes. I think that's that cane fleet still rolling around out there.
It is.
Because honestly, I don't think anything else streaks through the sky like they do.
It reminds me of an aquarium, doesn't it? A bunch of little fish.
I can see something before Dirk sees it, but like it's just gonna make me laugh.
No, I know, but it's better when hold on. And if you sat there and said, "No, Dirk, that's not what that is. That's a bunch of Gilas or Gilas or Helas or like whatever the hell." And by the way, and there is that Praxis. Motherfucker.
Yep, there we go.
Hello, Dirk. I'm Praxi.
Oh, and now it's just
beep. I got good tone.
It's taunting you now.
You're below the 10,000 foot level. We had you, Joker.
Look at that.
Jester. Fuck, I fucked up. See, god damn it. See, every once in a while I fuck up. It's like,
got you now, Jester.
I didn't get the Joker joke. Ooh.
It's a Top Gun reference.
And that's how Goose died.
Let's see what you got now, Jester.
Actually, what would be really cool on our screen if the Praxis was the reticle on the ship that was about ready to next explode. If we could swing the camera around to follow the Praxis, see, now I wouldn't want the Praxis to die.
What?
Like if he could swing the camera around behind the Praxis right before the next ship exploded, it would be like the reticle was on him.
Well, we just had another.
I feel like that Praxis is just out there fucking around, though. It's like, I don't even know.
Yeah, that Leviathan is far away and it still looks big.
Yeah, it's pretty damn far. It's getting hit by some.
Something's coming in.
Yeah, there's some battleships.
Or
but
leaving.
right, top. Yeah, oh no, I see what you're talking. Yeah, no, that's
We got a hype.
Helga.
Hold on,
no, sorry,
Nagelfar. What's that coming in right behind, or right underneath? What's the big Minotaur battleship?
There's the Hurricane. There's the
the battleship, the Tier 3 battleship.
Yeah, this Tier 3 battleship is there's the
the
Hurricane, the Cyclone,
Tempest, Maelstrom, Typhoon. Tempest, Maelstrom, Typhoon.
Maelstrom. Yes.
No, the Maelstrom's the big one. The Typhoon is the middle one, right?
You're right.
You're
right.
There's no more tier battleships. There haven't been for many years.
Yeah, whatever. We still call them that. Okay, but so we got we have a Maelstrom up top there, like, you know, coming out of the shadow of whatever the fuck that is. That's all broken up, and then down below, did I see a Scorpion?
It's either it's a Scorpion hull of some form.
I gotta assume it's a Scorpion, right? Ain't nobody rolling in like
what with a fucking
that Carista fucking pirate rattlesnake ship, yeah. I mean, maybe, but like, I'm just saying it's not. Whoa.
There's still like
somebody's saying, how do you watch Eve on? And I want to pronounce her name right. Arion 201. How do you watch Eve in this view? You know what? Let us take you back to how we used to watch Eve.
How do you watch Eve in this view with a scotch and a cigar?
Yeah.
You know what? We used to watch Eve where we were totally zoomed out. The star would have been a small dot in the background, and then everything else would have just been a bunch of brackets with like some colors on them.
Yeah.
and yet we would have also sat there and like talked about it the same way in a way. Because we'd understood it. Just like the Alliance tournament.
Would have been potentially basically using virtual like board markers going, this is this fleet and this is that fleet and they're fighting kind of thing.
Can you see what the blues are doing to the reds? And oh shit, some grays just came in. Oh, I don't know how this is gonna end.
It's the good old days.
Exactly. It's like we learned on much lower graphics, so therefore we can like look at this. Like we don't actually know who's winning right now because that's like different. We would have to actually pull up some color coded blue lists and stuff like that, which actually wouldn't work in a thing like this. The mere fact that we're seeing ships on screen and understanding what's happening here is an absolute testament to Eve's graphic artists, because it's been a while. It's like we didn't used to be able to do that.
No, it's ever since the 64-bit client came like that we've been able to really like look at it in this kind of awesomeness.
Let's just say that the star doesn't look like a potato, so that's a really big advance right now.
Number one, it never looked like a potato. It's just like a disc in the sky.
It was literally a solid color. That was it. But yeah, like 17-year-old game, and you 17-year-old game. You look at this image, and you actually see the beautiful graphics that this game actually has.
It's times like this when you sit there and you take away the gameplay aspect. It's what?
It's E-War effect.
It's times like this when you don't focus on the gameplay and you focus on what they've actually been able to do with the beauty of the game. Because honestly, this is not a war. This is not a battle for a particular keep star or something like that. This is just a fight happening. And that's what's really so cool, because the beauty of it is absolutely fucking amazing.
Marol, quick, take a picture. I want a wallpaper.
With your 4K monitor, Matterall. Take it. Go ahead.
Yeah, Marol, take a picture.
It's
with your Patreon account and your 4K goddamn box and your 4K monitor. And
I had this computer before all that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Matterall's Macintosh. I'm sorry. Yes. For all you people that are out there, like, thinking I'm talking shit, he's on a Macintosh. It's like, relax. He can't even do a screen grab.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I just missed that Hyperion.
Oh, something just exploded?
Yeah, something small but fairly close.
How'd the Hyperion get away? Who let the Hyperion get away?
Who let the Hyperion?
I literally just woke up like 15 minutes ago, and I come into Eve for this. This is amazing.
Who let the hype out?
Yeah.
As Nick Bison is saying, without the tie-dye, the sun is a swirling ball of fire.
Noble Dots are saying like the levy's in armor. It's not dead yet, so yeah, that was me calling it a bit too early. To be fair, it did kind of look like there was explosions going on like all across this whole kind of thing at one point. I was wondering.
Yeah, because even after it dies, it takes a while for the explosion animation to.
Wait, top left. What's going on? What's exploding?
Something just blew up.
I'm not sure.
That was a reasonably sized ship.
Oh yeah.
I think that was a subcap of some form. I don't know what the.
Really? That was a really big subcap, or like it had a really big reactor on board. Like
it looked like a nuclear mushroom. You know, the mushroom effect that it does.
I think that may have been. I think that may have been a carrier from the United Kingdom. Small, yet effective.
Small yet effective.
Somebody said that Leviathan is CCP convict, right? It's like, honestly, we don't know. We don't know.
Actually.
We won't know until the next video comes out.
It makes sense. I think that's who would get in here, CCP.
In a levy, though?
Well, we don't know what it was. It was just out there in space, and it was a really big explosion.
I think they have the strongest tanks.
I literally have no idea what that effect took. I think it was something really close to me, but
see, and other people are watching things on multiple streams at once, so therefore they're seeing things from different angles and stuff like that we're not.
What was
Maybe
that
we
effect?
should.
No, we're watching it. Oh, there's a cormorant taking on your ship, I think.
Defying logic just asks, is the levy going to die? Look, I'm calling it right now. The levy's not going to die. They're not going to let that die.
It'll die.
Oh, you think it's going to die?
If it's CCP, it'll die.
Well, the levy is not CCP. CCP wouldn't fly a levy in here. They're not bullshit like that. That's a gamer. That's a player.
Some people.
If it's CCP, they'll have a QA invulnerability shield that ridiculous resists.
Just two Frex. I'm asking you right now. He's on Ash's stream. It's CCP convict.
I'm gonna go double check that.
The levy is convict.
Yeah.
Confirmed. The levy is convict.
Yep.
Oh, he said yep.
I'm double checking that.
By the way, let the levy live. This praxis on the left of my screen right now that y'all seeing, kill it.
Hang on. Bam used to be in my corp. He's kind of he if he stole a levy from us, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Hold on. Mikatantis is saying the levy is convict, and I heard he's fitted with civilian modules, which would be some bullshit. I'm not saying he needs to be fitted with CCP modules, but that would be some what? Come on, nobody just wants to see a ship explode, right? They want to feel like you tried not to.
Here's what happened. So you have some backstory, but during yesterday's show, it wasn't today's, it was yesterday's. Chappy reached out and wrote his paragraph of this is what I'm going through, and this is what I would hope happens. And I didn't read it because it was a paragraph while I was doing the show. But when I finished it, I read it and I thought, oh my God, I wish I'd talked about this. So I contacted CCP right away. I contacted other players right away. And I was telling CCP, I was like, if I can find a way, I'll move my Titan. And that's when I started negotiating with Horde about getting through. And then Convict said, well, we're going to try to do a thing too. And so at that point I was like, oh, okay, good. So hopefully they drop a Titan and I won't have to. And that's not, that's just another excuse for me not to have done something really big for this one. But I knew that they were going to do something, and so it's not surprising that they did this.
Oh shit, levy down.
Did it go?
I mean, those are some big ass explosions.
Yeah, because it's got civilian modules. And so, Chappy told a few people. I'm sure Ashdrathi got the word out. Other people got the word out. So a lot of people knew about this. This is why so quickly you could get this many people into a big fight, for a worthy cause.
Do you remember back when casinos were around and look, on a whim, you just I don't know, have a levy die on the field because it was just all fun and games?
I'll just get another one. Yeah.
No, because because they were just doing a fucking tournament, or they were just doing a freaking hey everybody, Dirk selling a freaking Scorpion Navy issue is like, don't you want to see a Levy die?
Don't you remember the days when people would give away supers on their shows like you did?
Don't you remember those days? And then all of a sudden they went down to like 12 billion. And then I sat there and went, well, I'm not giving that shit away now. Because like, honestly, my entire freaking like, supply has been devalued.
You used to give away billions in games on your show.
I didn't give a fuck anymore, dude. It's like,
you were just,
if I had another super to give away right now, I'd have been out there like, or I would have given it to fucking Chappy to fly.
They were trying to get him into an avatar, actually. They're trying to skill him into it and put him into it and get him out here.
What do you mean you're trying to skill him into it? What does it take to skill a motherfucker nowadays? It's like throw him a goddamn bunch of skill point injectors and like get him into it and put him out there. Everybody can shoot him.
I think it was the coordination it would take and stuff. So, yeah, I don't think it was an issue of. It's just too many things to do in too short a time, I think. So still have like 1,500 people in system. There goes.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't tell me that, because you know what? If they said right now, Rorquals, if you skill up this extra fucking Rorqual skill, okay, can mine 1,000 times what they used to could have. Like honestly, they'd have been in that in like an hour. They'd have put up every skill injector in game to go level 5 to just like max that shit out and then like do it for like an hour. Because that's Eve. That's how they roll.
Just that was Convict that blew up.
Yeah, Convict's Levi.
How is that going to play out in the next video? Like, is he going to be like in the command console of a Leviathan? He can't just be in like, this broke ass, frigate seat or something.
Yeah, the Praxis, they're multiplying, kind of like Phaedos.
See, I'm not seeing them on my screen. If I don't see them on my screen, hold on. Right now, McLean, that Praxis that's right in front of us right now.
I don't know who this McLean person you're talking
about. I'm McLeod. I need you to find out who that is. I don't mean if a Praxis dies in the middle of space somewhere else in the fucking system, or that other one up there. I got 2 on my screen that I think I can see right now. Find out who they are. If a fleet of Praxi come flowing in here, it's like, no, I'm not paying for them. I'm talking about the ones on my screen. If you can't get in McLean's eyesight, McLeod's eyesight, Jesus Christ.
Wrong, Mick.
McLean.
Someone's been watching too many movies.
No, I'm thinking about Jay.
McFly.
You're at Jay McLean. That's where his head's at.
McLeod. If I get Scottish about it.
All right, let's see who. Agent
Who are these
Blackheart.
people? So write them down. Hold on. When you click on them, write them down.
You gonna hunt them down, Dirk?
Agent Black.
Hold on. Did you just actually click on something way off in the distance? I can't even see that. These 2 people right in front of my screen.
Just checking.
Yeah, dude, the one is Agent Black Bear. And the other one just, I think, the other one just died right now. So one of them literally just died, and the other one's getting shot now. Right?
We didn't. He did just die. But we didn't get to know who he was. But whatever. If you give me the screenshot of that, or the final blow on a Praxis in this system at what will be, I'm marking it down right now, 12:05 Eastern time, which I think if I calculate it right is 04:05.
That would be
CST, because I'm not stupid. I'm just a little dumb.
It would be
CST is Central Time. That's 1 hour off from Eastern.
So it would be
UTC.
UTC.
Dude, hold on. I'm not saying I got my letters right. I think I got my numbers right, though, right?
You did, yeah.
Yes.
04:05, UTC, CST, PST, whatever. I don't have my letters right. ABC. I get that. I gotta hold my shit together. However, the praxis that's right in the middle of my screen. Does nobody have a doomsday?
Doomsday probably wouldn't kill it.
Yeah, Buddy 91 calling for shots, but like, you know what? I'm not doing a shot until I got Chappy here right now. I've been holding off on shots all night. I need Chappy here right now to do a shot with.
Yeah, he's on
Just calling it out loud. I'm saying it out loud. It's like I'm not doing
I'm
a
not.
shot.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I woke up like 30 minutes ago. I popped in here and I see all this thing going on.
You got a
and
shot of espresso for me?
And I'm like, wow, Goons and Test finally went at it. And then at least I heard you guys talking. No, it's just an event from CCP. Okay, cool. But my original thought was, oh, Goons and Test are going at it. But nope, no.
I have a single shot or nothing tonight, but it's only for Chappy.
Drink some water, Dirk.
I'm going to sign off. Fly safe, Chappy.
Bye.
Hurricane.
There's a good Eve parody song called Hurricanes, by the way. Highly recommend.
Yep. I actually heard a heartwarming story about Chappy today. One of our court mates said that Chappy was flying around just today. I forget what it was he was flying, but it was expensive. And he flew it through Uedama, and he saw a bunch of dudes camping the gate, and he said to himself, oh, I'm going to get it. I'm going to bite it. I'm getting ganked. This is over. And he just, he went anyway, and they opened a conversation and said, happy birthday. And didn't kill him.
And by the way, I do just want to say, it's like, if Chappy doesn't fucking roll in here for me to do a shot with or like for while he's here, it's like, before we sign off, boom, I'll do it. But you know what? I'm not doing any shots tonight, except for if he's here or if it's at the end of the show.
I think my audio cut out there in case anyone didn't hear me.
You can. I just got back. You can catch him at. He's in the probably Astrothi's.
He probably is, but you know what?
Discord.
You chasing people?
McLeod, did my story get through or no?
I think it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I heard it. Hey, McLean.
McLeod.
No, I'm gonna call him fucking McLean until the end of the night now. He's on it. Is that a Gila at the front of whatever the hell it is that's being pushed there? It's like,
yeah.
Are you sure? Are you sure it isn't a Gila?
It may be a Gila, but like.
Have you ever been to Arizona or New Mexico?
He's from Texas.
Right. If you ever go to Arizona or New Mexico, I definitely want you to say Gila in Arizona or New Mexico and get laughed out of the entire state.
Say Gila. I like that.
Really, and look, I don't want to turn this into a whole how fucking Arizonians pronounce shit. Okay, but like honestly, if that's what got me laughed out of that podunk ass state, so be it. How about while they're coughing?
Oh, yikes. Yeah, fuck your couch, Dirk. That's hilarious. Fuck your couch. Rick James.
That's not actually what.
I'm Rick James.
He said. Yeah, I'm Rick James, bitch. Matterall can't actually say that because his wife would then come in the room and hit him with a frying pan.
Yes. Gotta get a baguette over the head.
Are those wrecks? Are those like fields of wrecks, or are those? Yeah, because they're not moving.
Endless fields.
It's been a while since I've actually commented about the beauty of this fucking game because, like, honestly, it is so easy for people to comment about the beauty of this game when most of the time we in nullsec and, like, you know, or people who are affiliated with nullsec or even, like, you know, tangentially involved with nullsec are talking about gameplay and shit like that. Because number one, I don't give a shit what it looks like when the battle's going on, but in this case, this is giving me a really beautiful fucking, like, where I don't care who lives and who dies out here on this battlefield. You can watch it and see just how amazing it is.
You should try run some simple PvE and actually zoom in, and you'll realize this game is really beautiful, especially when there are things shooting at you. The effects and the explosions actually are very well done, but you need to zoom in. You know.
Did you just tell Dirk to do PvE?
Yeah, I'm telling you to PvE. The game is not
Good
just
luck.
about PvP.
Good luck.
Even when you PvE, you are still PvPing.
Hun, I heard at one time that you were doing it wrong. Even though it apparently looks good now while you do it. I never cared about the PvP in this game. It's like, honestly, like all those people that used to like talk that shit out there about PvE versus PvP, it's like, whatever. These were two different things that happened in two different places. Are you in mode, Matterall?
Yeah, this is my
Here. Hold on. Do you mean or
the lower one. Simmering
Different.
down.
Oh my God.
This is the smolder. This is the smolder period.
What is this?
It's like
A
we're watching-
Witcher meme?
It's like we're watching a fire and it's kind of like simmering, like that sun. I feel the warmth of that. It's like watching a fireplace, you know.
Oh, that's only because of the sun that's behind it. You know what? If somebody right now had a blue sun behind it, you'd be like, "Ooh, look, Trabavian."
I'm cold. I'm cold and animated. No, I'm in chill down mode.
That being said, is Asherothi still alive? Did somebody give him a ship?
Yeah, I think he's still up. Oh, he was the chauffeur for this. He's bringing all the people.
He was. Well, at least from that side. Was there another fleet coming from a different location? Well, there were multiple fleets coming from. Was he the main fleet?
Is Bjorn B still alive?
What?
The first time, or just like alive as in like in a quote unquote Eve sense?
Like no, like he came in a battle roar, and I'm still seeing a roar call still there in indie
That's
mode.
Exploded.
That's still alive.
There's no goddamn way, unless somebody like.
He got so mad.
I'm just saying, like, it wouldn't have lived unless like there was a whole bunch of other shit that just like went on out there.
I'm gonna have to check it in a bit, but just getting this explosion on.
There's no way that a Rorqual would have lived while all those other ships died, unless something else crazy was going on out there, which would have been wrong. Like based on what this is all about, and Bjorn B still lived. Not that Bjorn B should have died, but like the quote unquote battle Rorqual.
It's fucking Bjorn B.
Live.
He's still alive.
Well, local's still at 1,400.
1,300.
It could be Celebrity Tank. It could be Celebrity Tank. I'm not going to lie. But hold on. To have Celebrity Tank, you got to also have Celebrity Fleet. Or you have to have Audience Fleet. You can't just like Celebrity Tank without like the audience behind it. So maybe, just maybe he's alive because he's got like an audience lead, but they would have gotten picked off by other people. And over time, he still should not have like, been around at the time. So I don't know. Did he roll in another Battle Rorqual? Is this the same Battle Rorqual? Did he get Celebrity Tanked in a different way that wasn't by friends of the fleet, like holding him off, or and people just didn't want to shoot him? Because that would be high level Celebrity Fleet or Celebrity Tank if just people don't want to shoot you.
I think that's just fear.
What's the fear? That what? Bjorn B is going to come around and smack you in the mouth or something?
No, I'm not saying that he survived because of fear. I don't know. I wasn't watching. It's maybe his third Rourke.
How many Rourkes do we have? We looked. I'm gonna say, have we gone to Zkill and actually checked out Bjorn B and found out he's like on his 12th Rourke?
Like a big Lego set.
Because I haven't actually tried to type this in yet, but okay, hold on, wait a second. If it's on Bjorn B, then he hasn't lost a Rourke at all yet. Who is that? Click on that motherfucker.
Well, the Rourke is Bjorn.
Like the actual Bjorn B with a mask on?
Yes.
He hasn't lost a Rourke yet. Tonight, anyways.
Well, LB says because nobody wants to chew through a Rorqual when there's other stuff to kill.
What do you mean nobody wants to chew through it? How hungry are you, bitches?
They just chewed through it like a lava.
What? With civilian mods,
He didn't say no one wants to chew through a Rorqual. He said no one wants to chew through a Rorqual when there's other stuff to kill.
See, yeah, that's always the worst. Chew through it. Or maybe, does somebody have it pointed? That's the better thing. Does somebody have it pointed? Is that thing locked down to where it's once they get through the other stuff, he's still going to be there and they still got it and they're still going to kill it? Not because of Bjorn B, but more because a Rorqual on the field.
Nice shot, McLeod.
Do you like what a caracal looks like?
High heel in space. Shape those calves. Serene.
Is that a fleet of Hyperions down there, or a small fleet? Bottom right.
I think they're Mars ships. I think they're open. Or Geddons. No, they're epochs.
And you're so focused on the single Caldari.
You sometimes got to get the individual soldiers.
Hey, Matterall.
Yes.
You keep going.
I'm sorry.
Like you're still thinking about it. Each one you're still thinking about.
Yeah.
Apparently, Chance Ravine logged in a Marshall to die for this.
Oh, good. I think Chappy was amused by them and wanted them to participate.
Yeah, here's the kill in Twitch chat. It's Chance Ravine listening to Marshall.
It's great. I'm glad they made it. And your boy Chappy was really wanting him to show up. Yeah, the hmms are.
Did Chappy fly with Chance in them?
No, but he got a mail one time after he got blown up, and he was amused by it.
No.
Yeah. I mean, this guy Chappy talked to us. I think it was this morning, right? We had him on, and we heard from him directly, and he told us a lot about what's going on. And he's just faced tragedy after tragedy after tragedy, and then this. Yeah. And he said, I think it was his father that passed away. Wingspan had bombed him and sent him that email that, you've been delivered a missile, and he was really amused by that. I think he shared that with his father before his father passed away, or something along those lines. So it was sentimental, so he wanted to get the word out. And there was somebody watching that said, I know Wingspan, I'll contact him, and looks like they did. Or somebody else did, but he got, word, and there he is on a kill mail.
Yeah, and it's a nice Marshall too. It wasn't shit fit. Like, there's a lot of really good stuff on there. So Chance really brought it out,
Yeah, it's I wish I had the organizational power to put sinos and line something up and do something nice for this.
Dude, didn't we do that to like get your Keepstar out of there? It's like, why couldn't we have arranged it this time?
That was the last time I did it. You saw what it took, right? I mean, I took a crew to help me out.
Like took 7 of us. Like we couldn't have gotten 7 of us to fucking do that.
It took 4 of us. It was you and 2 other people.
We could have totally fucking done that with a bunch of alts and shit. It's like we could have and then also pretended like we were way bigger and then gotten other people on board.
That was one of the funnest things I'd done in a long time. Sneaking a Keepstar out of low sec.
We didn't actually sneak it out. We literally had the entire fucking goon fleet there being like, yo, y'all ain't jumping on this shit.
No. You're right. We didn't sneak it out. But
although for the first few moments, we didn't know if we were getting set up Matterall style. Honestly, there were some harrowing moments when we didn't actually know. We did go through some low sec gates with actual non-jump capable kind of freighters and shit like that, because we didn't know. But still, when it got down to the end, we're sitting going, oh man, how is this going to go down? Are we all going to die in freighters, or is this going to be like Matterall actually has friends?
Matterall actually has friends, and they do come through occasionally.
Yeah, and none of that was actually NC Dot. I gotta lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Those guys were seriously, when my Keepstar was getting shot at, they were like, oh my god, what do they have on field? They were just running around with heads cut off. I was imagining a bunch of kids in the dark, parents came home and trying to pull up their pants.
There is still a story about all of that hasn't been told yet. I think there's still a story that hasn't been told yet.
And a video.
Well, there was video, but it was fucking Asher and his fleet that held that field.
And I could hear the sweat in his voice.
So
there was no sweat in Asher's voice. There was sweat in my voice, and I was only rolling an obelisk, being like, "Fuck it, dude." It's like, honestly, I don't care, but I don't actually want to lose it.
So CCP, according to Zkill, brought out tonight 3 golems, 2 thunderchilds, and a phoenix.
Nice. Nice, good CCP. No, Asher was nervous as hell because he didn't really even know if it was an NC trap. You know, for all he knew, he could.
No, exactly.
Jump
I'll give you that. That was true. But like, I knew from your own voice, NC ain't coming to this, except for if they did, using you as the own unknown trap.
Unbeknownst to me, bait. That would have put me in an awkward
They
position.
just weren't there. What it ended up being was they just weren't there to defend you if some other, like, you know, bunch of like people like did it, but like they weren't gonna jump. But like Asher didn't freaking know that, right?
They had no obligation to defend me. I was just
They didn't. They hold on, because they were gonna be the ones to destroy you. They basically sat there and said, pick this shit up and go, or we're going to destroy it. And the other side, your own personal side is like, look, you either pick it up and go, or like, you know, we ain't helping you.
Your own. Well, we'll talk about that story. That story will come out. We'll have
And that's what I'm saying. There is a story of this that hasn't yet come out. Like, we have the funny story, the initial story, and like how it all, you know, kind of like went down and stuff like that, about like, you know, the whole like Freedom Station or wherever the hell it was, or like, you know,
Sanctuary Keep Stars.
But Sanctuary Keep Stars, or whatever. Like there's like more to that story that hasn't come out yet, and I'm still waiting for, like, you know, what was happening, because you had communications behind the scenes. I had communications with you being like, bro, I'll throw this shit in there. Like, well, let's see if we can pick it up.
It was some of the most fun I've had in a long time.
It was kind of fun. Yeah, it was definitely fun. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Stakes were high, but that's for another day.
Stakes weren't actually that high. Like, when you look back on it in time, it's like stakes weren't that high. They were just more like, wow, this is kind of exhilarating from the, wow, we're down here in Losec doing this whole thing.
Well, yeah, because it's Losec. It's difficult. I mean, the other one got stolen, so we did it right. Fonsoy, what are you filling in there?
So I'm trying to post the kill mail for the Leviathan. Z-Kill board is having trouble right now. That's what's happening.
Okay.
Because there's probably, you know, 50,000 nerds pressing F5.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll update, which means I don't, you know, so Mr. Octantis, he's the one who gave me the link, so he's got it now. I have it, but I think that it'll probably upload automatically eventually.
Do you think people are reshipping out here?
Some.
It's got like 2,000 people to about 1,500. Yeah. Well, this has to make Chappy feel pretty good, because I don't think I've ever seen this kind of a thing happen. Not at this scale, not this fast. Those two things together.
I don't want to get all teary-eyed, because like I'm always on the borderline of that shit, but like this does actually have to make him feel good, right? Like, it's like, this was a good night. Like, I'm gonna give a shout out to McLeod. I'm gonna give a shout out to the other streamers out there who have been able to pull this off. I hope in a way that they can all find a way to like put this together into some multi-dimensional, you know, a video for him. But honestly, it's got to make you feel good. Like, for the moment.
Well, it makes us feel good. There's not much we can do, but we can do this. All right, I'm about spent. McLeod, how are you holding up? It's like 5 a.m. for you.
Yeah, I think I've hit the wall and gone through it, kind of thing. So I'm not entirely certain how long this is going to carry on for. Bjorn's still there in his freaking Rorqual.
No, can't he?
Like,
it's not about Bjorn. It's about the ship. The ship.
I mean,
the Rorqual needs to like. Unless there's some reason why the Rorqual doesn't die. Look, I see the Praxis down there. Like. I'm not calling for the death of every Praxis in the game or anything like that. It's like they were just bothering me earlier.
I just died. Finally.
Someone's getting a payout.
I'm not calling for Bjorn B to get shot the fuck out of the sky. Okay. I'm just saying there is no reason why a freaking Rorqual should continue to live because he was there 5 hours ago.
Dirk is going to log into 500 Praxis contracted.
That would be awesome.
He's already counting the zeros in his mind.
Get that Praxis off my lawn.
Oof, I think Bjorn is getting it from that fleet right now.
There's just no reason why on any given battlefield a Rorqual should live. Like whether it's Bjorn B or not. Whether it's Briscrew Ball or not. By the way, is that Briscrew Ball?
I was too late to the game to see Cavalry Ravens, but the one time I saw what essentially the Cavalry Raven kind of mechanic occur was when we were using Ravens and we literally started firing, jumped, carried on firing, jumped, carried on firing, and then just watched this this Rorqual's tank just melt as soon as all of those missiles landed. Like, it was a beautiful thing.
The Cavalry Raven is like, I understand why it had to go, but the concept is beautiful to me.
Beautiful,
like, whoever
right?
thought it up and executed it.
That was pioneered by Burn Eden.
Freaking Cav Raven, it's like that kind of thinking is like what makes Eve, but it also makes what Eve developers need to be, which is like stronger than Eve.
Yeah, Burn Eden came up with a lot of concepts like that early on. That's how they made their reputation. Because we're early on.
But when we had the Jumpy Raven, we were able to Cavalry Raven a Rorqual at one point, which was like the coolest thing to actually experience.
There's a bunch of things in Eve where it's like, you know what? Like the players actually come up with stuff, and it's like that's when you need the developers to like be like, okay, look, we didn't mean that. We didn't mean that for that long. We didn't mean, and then they, come back in. Because the players of this game with so many intricacies and the developers, it's like a war between the players that can like think shit up and the developers who are like actually putting it out there, and the players respond to it and all that. It is a war between them over time.
Well, if you think back, in terms of a tabletop RPG, you have a dungeon master who designs a dungeon, and he designs it very carefully to be fun and challenging and balanced. And sometimes the players will sit down and they'll find a way to get around it. And now you take that complexity and you increase it a gazillion fold, and you put servers behind it instead of people doing pen and paper math. And this is what happens. People will find all sorts of weird shit that you can do. My favorite example of we didn't intend this is they didn't think players were going to live in wormholes, and they just did it anyway.
Exactly.
Or mining jet cans.
It doesn't mean that once the players learn how to live there, you just sit there and accept it. Like you can also play that side of the equation, but like the developers and the players are always at constant push-pull over what's going on. And like, you can't just sit there and say, oh, well, the players figured it out, therefore let them have it. No, No, please don't ever let that be an Eve, because the players will figure shit out all the time.
Well, what they do is, the players' reactions to the developments in the game give CCP another perspective that they didn't necessarily have, and then they can decide: do we like this or do we not like this? Do we need to tweak it? Do we need to remove it? Do we need to leave it as is? So it's not like they made wormholes harder and said you can't live there. They allowed that to continue, but they doubled down on it and they said, okay, well in that case, it appears that you enjoy living in wormholes. Let's now develop this mechanic further.
Yeah, Matthew says
Matterall was saying he spent, and it's goddamn like gazillion in the morning from McLeod, so maybe we should think about winding down.
Yeah, it's just letting Ashtarothi reship so he could get out of the station. But I think we will call it a night. I wanted Dirk to basically toast us out.
I've been holding this one shot off all night. It's like, look, Chappy, honestly, I did not know you, but you know what? I know you're an Eve player in this game. I know a whole bunch of people came out for you to celebrate your life. And I am so goddamn happy about that. You have got the only shot of fucking Tito's I'm doing tonight, because God bless you. God bless you for putting your life out there in front of other people so that they can react to it, because the Eve community is one of those communities that will absolutely 100% get behind that. So here's to you, Chappy. Love you. Love this community. Y'all are fucking good people.
It's a good one. Well done. Well said.
Well done. Happy birthday, Chappy. All right, here's a raid. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Don't stop partying on our account. Here we go to Ashtarothi's. There you go. Raid's done.
We're just back here, us.
Boost our numbers back up.
We're just back here, us.
I think. Are we off call?
We're off audio.
Yeah, Mac will let us know when we're out.
Yeah, just a second. I'm just letting.
Wow, that was hard. That was hard to hold together without crying.
Yeah,
it's like I may actually go cry right now.
You did good. You did good.
I am such a huge fucking pussy.
I mean, the dude is literally dying. Like,
you're
and it's not
exactly. Oh, I'm